fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight. Unknown brain and mind me, baby. Let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loop, it's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. It's a war zone. Yeah, feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing fucking intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. You been stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack.
Although I'm playing, I bet you I'm double playing it, I'm realizing right now. No, wait, maybe not. I don't know. I don't stream enough, I guess. I do now. I've been streaming. Hey, everybody. That's still loud.
Feel the impact. Break it open, leaving nothing.
That's better. How's it going? How's everybody doing tonight? I already see I got a donation, and thank you very much for that. It slid past me. I saw it was $5 New Zealand dollars. And it was from, I gotta look for the symbol, Bella Charge. What did you say, Bella? Can you just re-say it to me here? Because, oh, no, wait, there it is. Take the bacon money and settle the debate. And this can, okay, listen. I have long told people my position on this bacon debate, okay? Ham is a conspiracy. It's one of the only conspiracies I'll believe in. It was a conspiracy by the Canadian government to convince us that cheap ham was actually bacon. And by the way, I have at least one more donor that should say Janie down there as well. And I should fix that because now I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing. And if there is another donor as well, I'd have to double check, but I think it was just Janie that isn't on the list. Then I apologize and I'll get you on the list. You know how it is. Man, it's hard to stay focused with all this Corona beer stuff going on, because actually we're allowed to talk about it now. Had a little announcement in my YouTube. They have stopped demonetizing it as a subject, so I guess they realize that this is going to be something we're living with now, so they might as well get used to it. Since really, what do we ever talk about now anyways? What are you guys doing? I did a whole bunch of shit. Like nothing. Like, that's what I mean by shit. Just like... This cup says sisters, see? Funny story. I'm gonna tell my wife's story. Okay, so my wife got this from her brother. And yes, it says sisters. So what's funny about that is that he had ordered the cup online, and I don't think the description was very good, and he thought it said sister. And it came as a sister's cup, so he ended up giving her the cup and being like, sisters, woo! So, but now it's just a gigantic mug, and I like putting it. I like my teeth intact too. Oh, coffee. Honestly, when the bean disappears, just bury me in the hole with the last plant. Like that's it. When you pull the last one out of the ground and you go, that's it. Coffee's extinct. I want you to just excavate the hole out a little bigger, make it big enough, and just put me in it. I don't care, alive or dead. Just throw the dirt over me. I might as well be at that point, because I live on this stuff. It fuels my soul. Craven, Jackalope, we got R. McDud. How you guys doing tonight? Stringer News 1, how you doing, buddy? Piggy. I don't know what this next is. That's French fries. Pig French fries. Wait, bacon fries? Bacon fries. That'd be good. Cravies. Have you been at Arby's today? Curly fry fix? I don't think Arby's would be open. I guess it's food. True enough. Anyways, we're actually going to be taking a look at... I think I've got VLC player. That's what we're going to look at. Look at this guy. This guy made the news. It wasn't even me. They didn't even take his name. Can't take any responsibility. This cat is killing me. Okay, so everybody meet the stray from the streets. We know who, we kind of think we know who owned it. Well, we do. So the name was Frankie, and we named it Oreo. Got a little bell. Thing sneaks around like dark, like in the dark of the night. You can't even find it, so you can, at least you can hear it. Okay, now get out of here. It's I meant to get it spayed. Money being tight, and then with everything that's going on right now, they're not spaying any cats, obviously. So I'm stuck with this damn thing in heat right now, and it's just sitting here going brr, brr, brr. Comes up to like, it's been under the computer because I've got all these wires to charge different things hanging here and plug them in, and it just comes up underneath the table. It's going, oh God. It's so annoying. Every once in a while, the green screen behind me will start shaking and shit. And I look back and the cat's going, ah, green screen. So that's cats for you. I've never owned a cat. They're got mixed emotions. Let's put it that way. Anyways. But thank you for that. I said thank you, but thank you for the donation. The New Zealand dollars. I mean, you know, it's okay. They're not quite worth what a Canadian dollar is, but I'll take it, you know. It's none of that American bucks. The sweet, sweet American dollar that Trump says isn't falling very much. Anyways, getting off that subject, let's okay, so anybody who's tuned in, who saw the title, maybe if you're new here, go ahead and hit the like button if you think you like what you see. I know I haven't done enough for you to know yet, and I get that. I gotta earn your love, okay? So, but if you are familiar with me, then you know that this is me, and this is what you're gonna get, a little bit, to a degree. But let me get this window in the right damn spot here, because I'm a big winner like that. And I didn't set that window up. Oh, cat, get out of here. No. Sit over there, please. I'm gonna put you in another room. God damn. I have never experienced this in my life. They just sit there and purr and just wiggle around. Like they're in pain, frankly. I'm like, poor thing. All right. Through the magic of... Oh, God. What's happening now? Hold on. We got this. Yeah, we got this. We got this. Woo! Okay. First things first. Let's put it in the TV. Yeah. Let's drop it into the TV. We're going to drop this into the TV, and then I'm going to stop... It's going to stop being the Brainy Beaver Tech Hour, like usual here. There's a sliver on the top. Creosote on the topo. I swear to God, get it. See, like, see, that's exactly what it's doing right now. That exact wire I was holding up, it's rubbing on, going, oh, God. Oh, I didn't know you had all these wires under your desk. It's just the craziest thing. I just don't like this. Get out. You're going to get run over by the tires on my chair. So now that we got that out of the way, oh my God. So this guy got himself in some trouble, okay? Because he's an idiot. Now, global news is as bad as Viacom, okay, everybody? They will claim the shit out of this. So we're going to be pausing it and talking about it a bit. See if we can't get around that just a hair, okay? So. Oh, you can't hear shit. Second. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, there you go. Oh, I'm realizing you couldn't hear any of the intro music and shit, though. Like, other than the music. Well, fail.
Your cough, separate yourself.
Matt Parhar is at a drive-through testing center.
Man, they were like freaking out. Keep windows rolled up. There's a sign over there that's saying keep windows rolled up.
when he shouldn't be.
What a joke.
Underneath me
The
again.
COVID-19 denier and flat earth believer posted this YouTube video Thursday at the site in Burnaby. He said he didn't know he needed a referral.
It's just sad.
I'm going to pause it and talk about it. So he did know he did. Who donated? Thank you, John Rapp. Gonna put this behind you. Get this in here. Here, we'll drag this right into this grouping, right? And when this goes, watch. Clunk, 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 clunk. Yay, fixed. Thank you, John Rapp. I really appreciate it. What'd you say? What was your comment attached to this? Super chat for a super chatty guy. No, that's not what he said, but good day. Oh, hi, Brainy. Exactly.
How people are just self-isolating themselves, just perpetrating that fear.
This comes 2 weeks after Parhar's yoga studio in Delta.
So, like, I didn't actually know he owned a yoga studio. I knew he owned a business. And I think somebody might have said yoga to me at one point. But, I mean, let's face it. I don't really give a shit what he's up to. I don't hold a lot of my time and thinking about it. Beat up on Focker. That SOB deserves jail time. I probably won't get jail time, but he's in shit right now, as you'll see from this news story. Because, well, actually, read for yourself. What did this one's... Safety precautions issued by the city. So that's after he got in trouble, I think. Maybe. We'll see. It's in the news report here.
Was shut down after he misled members in claiming hot yoga fights the novel coronavirus. He claims the studio's license was suspended because of a miscommunication with a bylaw officer, and he wasn't clear about the new guidelines. Still, he continued breaking physical distancing rules, according to this video, streamed live on Sunday.
Yeah, this was during the, like, no... I think that in his defense, I think the gatherings were no larger than 50 people still at that point. So I think, because I think when I watched that, I remember counting and being like, wow, he doesn't have the maximum number of people. So, I mean, he's generally fine in that regard. But they're all rubby-dubbing here.
Of a meetup with children and adults.
This is where they were talking. Actually, we can check in on that in a minute. He was talking about, oh God, they just, you know, the thing that's funny is they let anybody take the floor and they can say whatever they want. And they all just sit there and just, yeah. Crazy, I believe. It's pretty wild. Let's see. We got Mr. Andrat beat up on Focker. Duel. No, that's for something else. Oh, you're dueling me. No Streamlabs today? No, it should be in there. Here it comes. See? You got to give Streamlabs a chance. Streamlabs got to get in there, bro. Ahoy, Mippet. No, that's Streamlabs talking. Okay, we're caught up. Let's keep moving here. This is a short little...
So I'm glad I had it. One meetup at my yoga studio before I closed. So we didn't get any harassment. We didn't practice social distancing. Because COVID-19 is Crapid-19 is a complete hoax.
Which that's frankly his content, so they fucking Global can eat shit.
Then there's this one.
Just trying to see where I should go. Cardiac, where's respiratory?
Parhar
I showed you that
through
on the
Royal
one stream,
Columbian Hospital over the weekend. He says he was investigating whether the pandemic is real.
Look at this.
I did call the police in the end, everybody, by the way. They didn't even want his... Well, okay, so the way it went down is I called the police and, you know, explained what he'd been up to. But they ended up... I mean, Vancouver police are fairly busy usually, I guess. But they ended up not taking the name, passing me to Crime Stoppers. It said on Crime Stoppers hold for a long time. I was like, well, whatever. If you don't care, then I guess I don't care. Like, it just... I mean, you know, I'm not going to go out of my way... You know, I'm not going that far out of my way to try to, like, oh, you have to go after this person. It's like, I was trying to do my due diligence as a good community member, and frankly, I was just like, all right, whatever. But it looks like he got in his own hot water.
In a lengthy phone call with Global News, Parhar cited his freedoms under the Canadian Charter to not believe everything he's told.
Hey, he's wearing a dirt. I don't know how to pronounce his goddamn channel. That channel right there. That's a channel.
Here's what BC Solicitor General has to say.
There is a small minority, a very small minority, like this idiot, who are doing what they're doing.
You're non-essential. Don't cough all over me.
Fucking punch him in the teeth.
Farnworth says Parhar's actions have been reported to and will be investigated by police, and charges could be laid.
He's calling on the police to investigate. I say bring it on. I say tell the police to go investigate where this pandemic is.
There is
How could a person be this dumb? This is the scary thing in our world, right? Like, it's It's really just frightening that, I mean, you know, it's a weird way to be that everything is fake, right? Help take a bite out of, oh, fuck it. Yeah, well, basically, right, Stringer News? It was like, I tried to help take a bite out of crime. And it was, call 366. It's like, beep, hello, operator. It's like, oh my God. That should be, that's like its own skit, eh? Trying to call, take a bite out of crime. And they're like, unless he was named Jimmy. We're looking for a Jimmy in fucking Taquito Square. Oh my God. The level of, it's like, did anybody see Identity Theft? Where he's like, it's like, no, that wouldn't work. She'd basically have to be like right here in front of us. And he's like, that's it? That's the level of police work now? They got to come to you? It's like, holy shit. Oh my God.
No place for this kind of activity by, to put it bluntly, a narcissistic, self-centered idiot. And that's what this individual is.
Look at those mad vapes he's doing though, bro. Come on. How can you say that's about somebody that can vape as hard as that? And I'm not making fun of any of you out there that want to vape. I don't give a fuck. I just think it's funny. It's like a demon's escaping. I don't know. Oh man, I fucked my lungs up doing that. I don't understand the desire to run like a choo-choo train, everybody. I gotta get this. Hold on, I gotta move my TV. Maybe I'll make it smaller in the future. Things seem like they're too big. I don't understand the desire. Somebody out there that vapes hard like a madman, tell me the desire to be like a choo-choo train as you go along. Toot, 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 toot. I think, don't get me wrong, it's kind of funny in some ways, but at the same time, you'll get people that, like, the reason it gets a bad rap, right, is you get people that fill, like, the elevator with smoke, and they're like, ha, 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 some old lady gets on, and that's kind of what makes it not cool, right? But now I'm just talking about nothing. I'm just moving a window here. Just bear with me. I'm going to try to make it so more of my beautiful face can show. More of my beautiful, beautiful face. There we go. That's better, isn't it? Now we can talk, and we can love each other. Yeah, I know, I'm fucking ridiculous. What do you do? Hey, you know, so that's the end of this, but we're gonna move on because we have some other things to look at. Now, I did have all of these sent to me by LC off. Come on, bro. You can do this. You got this. You believe in yourself. Pep talk to yourself. This is fake. But it's well done. Like, watch. The cat's too loud to me. You guys tell me what you think is fake about it, but I think the cat's too loud personally. Yeah, I think that cat's too loud. It's like right in the it's right in your earpiece. That's my opinion. Studio. Okay, so we got that's just the tip of the iceberg here. This was sent to me a while back, and everybody, we need to. What the fuck is that? Pause. Thank you. We have to give it the kind of credence it deserves, everybody. Please, let's all have a moment of silence for the entire truckload of lost toilet paper. We're just gonna have a moment, okay, everybody? It's just so sad. There was so much life left in that toilet paper. Team Skeptic needs toilet paper, guys, and this was on its way. How are we supposed to live in a world where toilet paper can't even make it to market? I mean, let's face it, when you got no toilet paper, this is tragedy. And actually, somebody said something to me today that was interesting. I'm going to give everybody a little bit of a factoid here that I actually never thought about until somebody said it. And it was like, oh, wow, that actually makes sense. Turns out there is a toilet paper shortage. Bear with me. Not everywhere is going to be the same. If you don't have a toilet paper shortage, fantastic for you. I think it's great. But turns out there is a bit of a toilet paper shortage. Now, somebody said that something that we're not all thinking of here is how much pooping people do at work. And it turns out, oh, I'm fucking spiking in the red, boys and girls. I am so sorry. You guys got to tell me these things, you know? Here, let me bring it down. I like yelling. Turns out that the kind of toilet paper you wipe your butt with at work and at like the mall and at Tim Hortons and Burger King and wherever it is you went that day is different than the kind of toilet paper we buy at our houses. And so there's a glut of extra like commercial toilet paper in the world, but there is now a lack of household types of toilet paper in the world. So there is actually a toilet paper shortage. The toilet paper shortage is real, everybody. Know this, okay? I've lost my viewer thing. What the hell happened? And my event ticker? There's my event ticker. It's so pretty. Okay, so now we had that moment of silence. I lost a few people to that beautiful, beautiful rant of mine. It only had one job left to do. Yes, but it was an important job, Bella. And we don't have bidets over here. Not as many anyways. What does the law say about vaping in a no smoking area? I think there is separate vaping laws now, and I don't vape typically, so I have a vaping device that is I have a cannabis vaping device, and $200 from Bella. Thank you. I poop at work, may as well get paid to do it. There you go. It's true. It's a good point. I like the way Bella thinks, and thank you for the donation, Bella. Yeah, I have one of these. I don't know where the other one is, but I have peices that do things. Well, I won't lie. I actually thought that was there, so I'm a little bit like, okay, well, I don't know. There's, talking shit over. Talking shit over. Okay, well, you know what, truth be told, apparently I don't know what it is, but anyways, whatever. Another day. There's different kinds of devices. Like, you can get like vaping devices for actually like vaping, you know, like cannabis products, but you can like there's vaping devices like this too that are like then yeah, it just set temperature and everything like that. Set in Celsius, and then it's just got a glass cylinder that pops in the top. So like there's a thing that you just pop it in the top, and so you just put a little bit of product in there or whatever, and it's a lot safer. It's cleaner for your lungs. I gotta turn this thing off. It's a lot cleaner for your lungs than combusting. So if you do have to consume cannabis, then there's better, you know, there's healthier ways to do it. Let's put it that way. I have to put this away now. God damn it! Why? It's just popping apart. Of course, everything never goes together the way you take it apart, right? But you know, that's the way life is. Okay, so moving on from our toilet paper disaster. This is debate, and really, we only want to listen to the first minute.
Having been the target of constant...
I agree with, I have come to terms with what is it, Dead Kennedy says, and I believe that this person is a serial killer.
Overt and covert censorship by YouTube for years, the following is my experience and analysis of how YouTube is actively suppressing and banning legitimate flat earth content while allowing and promoting illegitimate disinformation and controlled opposition agents. Since its inception, Google has always prioritized the farcical, satirical Flat Earth Society when users search the topic Flat Earth in their search engine. By doing so, people are introduced to disingenuous disinformation as the primary source of information on the subject, and thus influenced into believing the entire topic to be unscientific and just some convoluted troll. Before 2015, when the Flat Earth keyword began its explosive exponential growth, many of my Flat Earth videos went viral, appearing in recommended feeds and given top priority in all relevant searches, garnering millions of views and tens of thousands of new subscribers in a very short space of time. Since approximately 2016 and onward, however, YouTube has completely changed their algorithm so that a search for flat Earth and related topics gives results that show only flat Earth debunking videos.
But, okay, so the thing about this is, this was not a change that was made, like, this change was made, like you said, back in 2016, and this actually had nothing to do with flat Earth at that point. What he is bitching and moaning about is the general change that happened to the algorithm that a lot of people complain about. I think that you'll hear, I think anybody who's watched a lot of YouTubers has seen YouTubers. I mean, there was a bit of a reckoning. I don't know what the hell that noise was. There's a bit of a, oh, D-Marble just went live? Fuck you, really? See, this is why I follow these people. Interesting. I wonder if we should crash D-Marble's party. Anyways, all I was going to say is I was finishing before my phone told me something fantastic was happening. Basically, a lot of people that followed a lot of YouTubers probably had some YouTubers they really enjoyed and watched them just get decimated. They just stopped existing. Like, next thing you know, they were posting a video every other week, and then every 3 weeks, and then 4 weeks, and then 5 weeks, and then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then next thing you know, they just, like, you were like, oh my god, they posted a video! And then next thing you know, they're gone. I mean, one that comes to mind is, and actually a lot of you people in here might even know who he is Rob Dyke. Rob Dyke did those, like, horror mystery, like, yeah, they were murder mysteries and shit, but fuck, what a story he would tell in 15 minutes. You know, and they used the dark artwork and stuff like that, but it wasn't like, there was no glorification of it. It was just telling stories. I listen to podcasts like that. But then, you know, with the advertiser-friendly thing, they just basically started just suppressing him. And what's funny is the amount of money he was probably still making is the amount of money that people like me and Creaky and people like that would dream of making. It just wasn't enough to sustain his lifestyle anymore. Once it went down a little bit. Well, no. This is the plan. I'm just finishing my comment here. I don't like leaving the middle of a comment, but that's all I really had
for the first several
video
pages.
Anyways, but let's go. Whoa.
A little better. The thing is, these politicians and these so-called world leaders, they're not about that life. You know what I mean? They're not trying to lead by example. The politicians that are constantly voting for war should be the first ones to send their kids off in the battle. They should be the first ones to have their kids strap up and head off to boot camp,
strap on,
training, and all that, and then head overseas. They should be the ones on the front lines. If you believe in it so much, and if you're, you know, in Congress, you're in the Senate and all that, you can't do it. But hey, it's okay for your kids to go out there. It's okay for our kids to grow up and go off to fight wars in order to expand this empire. It's fine for us, but it's not good for them, not leading by example.
There it is.
And what I was posting on, let me see.
Trying to figure out what goddamn window we're actually even looking at here, everybody. Sorry.
Okay, that's crazy. But what I had posted on Instagram and on Facebook, I was just thinking out loud. You know what I mean? With all this craziness going on in the world right now.
Magic. Just turning on different buttons. Like, we'll figure out one of them.
To a point to
one
where
of these fucking things will work, right?
He's that guy. He's the expert.
Right?
And us in the truth community.
I don't even know where it went now.
Just flat Earth. I mean, we're on to all other stuff. And a lot of us have already seen that video where Bill Gates is up talking about, well, the population is at this number, and it's set to be about here in this many years. And if we do really good with vaccinations and, let me see, parental services, something like that.
I'm really not doing good tonight, guys.
It was some of that
having a terrible
Zionist code for abortion.
He
went on to say all that. If we can do really good with these programs, vaccinations, and all this whatnot, we can get the population down about 20% or something like, you know what I'm saying, 10-15%. We can reduce the population. So that's what he said. He's all about some depopulation. And what I was saying on Facebook, and I had actually tweeted straight at Bill Gates. I tweeted to him, there's
a possibility that I am already blocked.
Memes. Bill, if you're about that life, don't be a coward, man. You want to reduce the population. Why are you still alive? Like, don't just talk about it, be about it. Hey, you think it's too many people
I might
in the
be
world,
blocked.
Bill?
We'll find out. Let's see. Let's see if I'm blocked.
You can go play in traffic.
I actually don't think D-Marble blocks people.
But when these politicians say stuff like that, when George Soros says something like that, when Henry Kissinger
I don't see anybody saying
like that,
anything to me.
It doesn't apply to them. That's all about you. That's all about us.
Here, we'll keep
they're okay. They're okay reducing the population if it's
we'll go back to that in a second if he says anything to me.
That's lame.
I mean, they're not doing a really good job at reducing the population if they're only going to kill 5% of us. Like, it's just a shit job, And they're killing the old people. So are they trying to vacate houses? Not to mention the old people are the rich ones. None of this makes sense. Stop being dumb. Sorry. Here, we'll just live debunk this. That's what's happening.
That's lame, in my opinion. Hold up, let me turn this vibrating off.
Hey, Bella's in there.
They're wanting us to get these vaccines. Bill Gates is running around talking about how important it is that.
Hey, be nice if you're in there, everybody. We want to represent. We want to be good representatives,
there's a quote
okay?
Going around where he's saying that social gatherings won't return to normal. There won't be any mass gatherings until there's mass vaccinations. Okay, so sounds good, Bill. Why don't you lead by example in that? How about that? How about you lead by example, man? What I would love to see is Bill Gates line up his whole family, and they're the first ones to get the vaccine.
Oh, hey, Bella, could you see me in there, by the way?
The thing that's going around.
When you scrolled up, were you able to see me?
Can we see that? Can we see all the politicians get their vaccinations first?
I just commented.
Can we see?
Were you able to see that on the stream?
Get their children vaccinated. Us in our state districts. Can we see the governors, mayors?
Oh my God. Yes, I bet you can. I bet you actually fucking well could, because they will get their kids vaccinated.
Out there, if they're pushing the vaccine, right?
I'll even let you switch vials with me. Yep. I'll even bring them up, and I'll be like, this one's for you, and this one's for me, and then you can come up and be like, I'll be like, okay. Like, that's how easy that's gonna be there.
If they really care about the American population, which that's kind of their job to take care of the population, right? There are benevolent leaders. So they should be out here looking out for the best interest. I mean, that is what they're doing, right? They wouldn't give us anything.
Why is he in the van all the time again now? Wasn't he?
Allow a vaccine to have anything in it that's actually harmful.
Has anybody seen his woman since the sends his regards? Brainy Beaver sends his regards. Yeah,
right?
Like everybody's in there.
No, of course not. They care about us. They love us, right?
Got 110 people watching now. Look at him go.
So how about
the comments? The comments are always golden. I'll vote let them be the lab rats.
In suits. Politicians, the mayors, the governors.
Do you really think Bill Gates' kids aren't vaccinated?
You name it.
That's exactly the point.
How about?
Of course they're vaccinated.
How about you be the first one in line getting that vaccine?
There, buddy. Why is no one discussing
your kids and all that? You take it first.
The gene stealer infestation dividing our government. The gene stealer? What? Genster stealer infestation? I can't read apparently. First of all, because I said the fucking second word totally wrong. Third of all, what in the hell is this word? What is this? Whoa! Stop moving on me. This one, right here. What is that? Xanos, tell me what that word is. Discussing the gene stealer infestation.
How about
that must be a U.S. political thing I'm not in on.
And then you get whatever ID and all that. We don't want to deal with this. But,
yes, thank you, Metal Jacket. I agree. Metal Jacket says, you know what's worse than getting a vaccine? Polio. I bet. Man, is it the polio vaccine or was it the smallpox? There's one that's like fucking like this on your parents' arms. It's like a bunch of needles in one. They're like, hold them down. So I don't want that one. Whichever one it was they showed me, it didn't look cool. I was like, that is devastating because okay, so something here. I'm gonna. Okay, listen. I have to level with everybody. Okay, this is gonna be very deep. I have to tell you something about me, something very personal, and that is just something that's gonna be with me forever at this point. I think. Okay. I fucking hate needles. I hate them so much. I hate them so much. It's not the pain. It's not, I'm going to be fine. I've had lots of needles, just like all of us, right? But the idea of you sliding a cold piece of steel into my flesh, and like the worst thing in the world is when they show it, like on TV, all of a sudden the next shot on a movie is like the fucking skin flexing down as the needle goes, and then I could literally vomit. It is like I'll get up and walk out of the room all of a sudden. Like if they show that on the news or something, they just all of a sudden the next shot is a fucking needle going in an arm. I'm like, oh, thanks for the warning. Like it's that bad. I just like done. Like ER shows. I'm fine with all the blood. Blood could be hitting the walls. But so help me God, they pull out a needle and try to give that person an injection. I'm out. That needle's too much. Scalpel me, why don't you?
Trust you. See, that's one of the things. When somebody leads by example, you can actually trust them a little better. Because you know that they're not willing to put you through something that they're not going to do. That's why I always trusted my NCOs.
Is he already done?
Some of them. It makes sense? Does that make sense?
He's already done. Well, it'll be short.
I want to see it. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. They're pushing for mandatory vaccinations. That's what's going on. I say, some way or another, we need to demand that they are the ones. We need to see to it that they're the ones.
I'll be getting vaccinated because the problem is that this could kill you. It probably won't if you're young. If you're not, it might. If you're young and all these people like, if I get COVID, I get corona, like that's stupid. You're going to give it to your grandmother. You're going to give it to somebody you care about. Your mom could die. Your dad could die. But they could die too. There's been plenty of young enough people that have unfortunately not done well. And so, the reality is that if we don't end up doing, okay, so either two things have to happen. We either all have to not get enough of it that we all have immunity anyways, because it's as good as a vaccination at that point, or we all have to get vaccinated. So one of the two has to happen. And, I get the argument that some people have where they're saying that by doing it the way we're doing it, we're not contributing towards any sort of development of immunity, herd immunity. Like we're just going to make it so it has to be the way it is because of what we're doing. And I get that. But, you look at Sweden, their numbers aren't exactly panning out too great for them. You look at don't be such a posse. You talking about me? Oh, the needles. Oh, I get it. It's fuck needles. Gross. What I was going to say is I looked at the numbers recently. Sweden's like the only country in the world. Thank you very much, NA. I appreciate the donation. That's the American sweet dollars. And I keep telling you I'm going to get an animation for that. And I haven't. And so I do feel terrible because the Americans, really, we owe them extra for that extra little bit of money I get from them. Anyways, the rest of us Commonwealthers just got to sit down here with our, our 60 cent to the dollars and stuff like that, 70 cents to the dollars and stuff. Yeah, so the problem is we're going to end up with these hot spots all over. And so, if you Sweden's doing the other idea. They're testing a bit, people that are extremely sick, they're getting help. But generally speaking, if you go look it up right now, Sweden is generally just existing still. However, I don't know what the population of Sweden is. Hey Google, what's the population of Sweden? Holy shit, that's way less. Okay, so they're under a third of the size of Canada when it comes to population. But they have half of the infections detected. We all probably have more infections than we've detected, but let's just go by detection numbers. So they have half the infections that Canada's detected. Well, they've got a third of the population. Well, already, per capita, they have a higher infection rate. Well, let's look at their deaths. Well, right now, they have half as many people infected as Canada, but they've had twice as many deaths as Canada. So you're basically sacrificing certain parts of your society so that you can keep running. That's what's occurring there. That's why they're having twice as many deaths, because most people are probably fine. But because they're not restricting people, they're not telling people to stay at home, and they're telling them to do some of the things that they're telling them to do, their death rate is double that. In fact, if you do the math, it's more like quadruple or like centuplic, times the number. And thank you, Xanos. I saw that. Some more sweet American moolah. And I do appreciate it. And in this ever-changing world, oh my God, Stringer News too. Thank you very much for the sticker. Hey, pound it, buddy. I got it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. With things changing the way they are, I really appreciate any donations because they do help. So really, if you look at it, they've got a third of the population. Let's just give them a third. It's actually less than a third, but they've got a third of the population in Canada. They've got half as many detected infections and twice as many deaths. So that means that their deaths, they're actually, you're like 4 or 5 times more likely to die in Sweden from COVID than you are in Canada, let's say. Well, what does that tell you? It's not more deadly in Sweden necessarily. It's not going to be. So, and I do not think for a second that Sweden's healthcare system is not up to the task of taking care of people. It's not like we're not, and no offense to somebody who's from Botswana when I say this, but it's not Botswana. So, they're, have my Monopoly money. Thank you, Bella. I appreciate your Monopoly money anyways. It doesn't matter. I appreciate all of it. But yeah, you can't really compare Botswana in there, because... Anyways, I think I lost my train of thought, but you get where I'm going with this, is that that's what I was saying. If it was Botswana, you could understand that maybe they're having a hard time getting ventilators. And of course, if they have people coming in and their healthcare system becomes really overloaded, you're going to have higher fatality rates. But in Sweden, we have a civilized nation that is very much a Western country. They're technologically, they're there. There's no reason why Sweden would not be able to take care of their citizens other than the fact that they're obviously getting more vulnerable people sick. So that's what happens when you don't tell them to stay at home, especially if you don't tell the vulnerable people to stay at home. Like, listen, if you're over, but Jesus, what's vulnerable? 65? 70? How many Americans are over 65? How many Canadians? How many just Westerners? How many people on Earth? Let's just why put importance on any sort of specific region? How many people on Earth are above 65? A third of the population? Quarter? Half? It won't be half. Obviously, as you get higher up that chain, there's less and less people. So, yeah, I don't really know where to go with that conversation. But anyways, I'm losing people. People are bored.
Who get this thing first? We need to see them get inoculated first. How about that? How about we hold their feet to the fire? If it's so good, if it's gonna keep the population safe, if it's gonna
look at Bella.
The risk.
Look at that.
Of transmission, then by all means. Okay, go ahead and get it, sir. How about you go ahead and get it?
What did you say, Bella?
Let's see it.
I didn't catch it.
I don't think it's gonna happen like that though.
Was it nasty? What did you say?
Out loud. You know what I'm saying? I want to see these politicians get theirs first. I want to see their kids get theirs. You know what I mean? Anybody running around talking about reducing the population of the world. Okay. Get started. Quit yapping about it.
Oh.
Go on and get started, man. If that's really what you believe, why are you still breathing? I mean,
okay, so there's a difference between trying to make it so that people don't generally, like, I've never seen Bill Gates' eugenics thing. Apparently, he has pushed eugenics. That's a little... What the fuck just happened here? Oh, that can happen sometimes when a live stream ends. This is funny. That he has pushed something along the lines of eugenics. Now, if anybody out there in the audience knows what he's talking about or what I'm talking about here, I'm vulnerable to it. According to my doctor, my lungs were damaged as a result of having protein C deficiency. It's a blood clotting disorder. I had double PE. Well, see, I mean, listen, Chucky, they're all around us, buddy. I mean, there's so many. Like, listen, one of the things somebody said to me in my Discord was a little crazy. So if you haven't heard this, kind of buckle up. One of the things that hasn't been talked about is that a lot of people are having heart attacks with COVID. And why are they having heart attacks? Pulmonary embolism. Oh yeah, that's no good. So I said all the anti-vaxxers should go lick all the doorknobs to prove their natural antibodies work. That's kind of what I was saying on Twitter, but apparently I think I got a Twitter ban recently, which I go to Twitter periodically, so I was obviously in there doing things, and then I left and probably got like a 24-hour suspension, and somebody was like, on my Discord, Twitter's being a dick to Brainy, and I'm like, really? They like went and logged in. I'm like, I don't know what happened. He's like, it said you were restricted. I'm like, I don't know. The flat earthers are always trying to get us banned. Just whatever. Twitter's kind of a dying medium, I think. I mean, it's not, but it should be because it's so PG now. Yeah. So I lost my train of thought, but you get it. Brainy Beaver, I'm Swedish. The problem is that our government recommends us to self-isolate, and people don't realize the difference between government speak and regular speak, like scientific theory. That's fair, Andreas. Yeah, see, and here we're already at the point, though, like, see, that's a big difference, though, because we're, like per capita, Andreas, your country is probably higher, well, it is, just mathematically, it's higher per capita than where I live, but, like, we're one of the last provinces getting to it, because we're, the infection in Canada kind of, if you took Canada, just kind of moved from the outside in like this, because the center, there's not a lot of trade, there's not, like, a big hub of trade in the center, it's more kind of in the east and the west. So basically, traffic moves in here and then just kind of started spreading into the country, right? So we're in one of the last provinces to be inundated, and we're only getting like 50 new a day kind of thing at this point, which is the most we've had at this point getting infected. So we do have community spread as of a week ago. So like there's areas that have, that's why you get Focker goes to a hospital. Where are all the infected people? I don't see any fucking infected people around here. And it's like, well, there's 150 infected people in the entire province. There's only 3 of them in the fucking ICU, or 4 of them, or 5 of them, or there might be 15 or something. But like, fuck, we're not even filling up one of the ICUs in one of the damn hospitals, and they built extra ICUs. So I mean, and you're not allowed to visit people at hospitals. So the only people at hospitals are the ones that are working there. So I mean. Of course you roll up and it's a fucking ghost town. There's nobody there. And that's the way it should be. Stay the fuck out of the hospital. And honestly, there's people that have to go in for regular things right now, like get like shots or like special checkups with specialists and stuff like that, because like they're important health things that can't wait. You got cancers, you got all kinds of things, right? I mean, they're in these hospitals and they're scared to be in these hospitals because it's in there. Now, there's a flat earther out there somewhere watching this, and he's going, "You fucking sheeple." But, I mean, yeah, whatever. Believe what you want, but I really think you should go lick some doorknobs, because the last kid that licked a toilet seat because he thought it was so funny ended up in the hospital. So, there's that. Plus, the Iranians found out the hard way that licking shrines is probably a bad idea. Yes, let's lick that thing 100 people have touched. 100? Fuck. What am I thinking? Mathematics, obviously, isn't my strong suit. That reminds me, okay, you know what? I have to get that clip out then now. Okay, well here, let's check this out though. Here, look at. By the way, okay, so this was posted on Mark Sargent's channel. Now, I want to have a vote. I gotta come up with good question here. Okay, so let's think about this. Let's put my legs up here. Okay. I want to see a 1 if you think it's self-promotion. 2 if you think... Oh, I don't even know. Just tell me what you think the odds are that he fucking posted something that is literally laughing at flat earthers. And I know I just gave it to you. I don't know how to turn that into a fucking vote, but you get where I'm going with this. Like, this is... I have to pause it because this is TV and Viacom probably owns this shit or something. But listen, Broken Lizard. I helped pay for your movie. So if you have any sway in this, I don't want to be tagged. I help support that. Not this, though. That has nothing to do with this. I mean, you know, technically I'd be SOL on this one. Okay, I have to get rid of the one window, though. There it is. Ooh, NA. Thank you. Shave the beaver. I do need to clean my head. It's true.
Specifically requested a longer lens.
The population density and the fact that Canada's still in the Ice Age? Well, that's not entirely true, Michael. Canada's doing fine, don't worry. We built that airplane that was so pretty that Boeing didn't even want it in your country.
Bingo.
Oh, wait, I gotta turn this shit up.
I specifically requested a longer lens.
Bingo. Just booked a cruise.
Cool story, dude.
Oh, man, it's gonna be awesome. This ship goes right up to this, like, ice wall, which basically holds everything in because... I don't know if you know this, but...
The Earth is flat?
Wait, you know that the Earth is flat?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Wait, are you talking about the Flat Earthers cruise?
Yes, dude, I just...
No, but this gets really good, okay? And he's... Listen, this is on his channel. Listen, look at it. Like a description. Like, the comments even. It's beautiful. Oh, why are you not loading my comments? Hit refresh. I firmly believe that one aspect of this quarantine is to slow down the spread of flat Earth. However, the info is already out there and being looked at by new audiences who are bored out of their minds with nothing to do and very little new content coming from Hollywood. Yeah, I don't know, whatever. It's always content. I mean, this is so. Anyways, let's get to where we were.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Wait, are you talking about the Flat Earthers cruise?
Yes, dude, I just booked a ticket.
Why didn't you tell me? I wanted to go on that.
I didn't know you knew.
I know.
You know the Earth is flat.
I do.
Can't believe everybody thinks that the Earth is a globe. Like, if it's a globe, where are the curves?
Where is the curve?
Right?
This is where it gets golden. Every flat earther we've ever had on a debate. Hey, yes, BM Furball, please send me the Gates eugenics thing on Discord. I want to know what they're talking about.
Look at the horizon, right? Could not be more flat.
Doesn't go like this.
No, and all those photos that NASA took from space.
Please. So fake.
So fake.
And I guess everybody in Australia is just literally walking around upside down, governor. Yeah. Upside down.
Right on. You're okay.
Too, bro. Want to get a picture real quick?
Yeah.
Whatever, governor. Oh my god. So this literally is, he posted it today or yesterday. Either way, 24 hours. He puts his phone number on here. Fuck, I should phone him one day. Why don't I phone him? Don't tempt me to do these things, Mark. Why would you put your phone number there? I have to phone that thing now. I'm not doing it tonight, okay? This will be a planned thing. We should phone Mark Sargent one night, guys. Maybe we can have an impromptu interview. Maybe he'll do an impromptu live interview over the phone. I'll be like, you're currently live with 80 people. What do you want to say to them? And he'll just go, Earth is flat. My mom's cooking lasagna tonight. Orphan Red's a nasty bitch. I got nothing. That's the best I could come up with that he'd be able to talk about. Stephen Pennington is still doing his thing. Wonder if my hard drive's gonna crap the bed when I go to do this. but he's perfect for How Come Moon. See, that's what happens when the hard drive is slow as shit to come on. That hard drive's getting replaced because it works now. Watch. I bet you if I click on it now, it'll work because the hard drive got started. Yeah.
Morty, maybe I hate myself. Maybe I think I deserve to die. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys. Okay, listen. I will not call him tonight because if I call him, I'd like it to be able to be over the actual headset and everything. Because the only way I could phone him would be to phone him with my own phone right now. Because in the past, when I was gonna call somebody, I had actually set that up through like Google Voice, I think, and stuff. So. Let me set that up for another day. No, I'm not calling him with my own phone number, that BM. That's just not happening. So I appreciate the donations, but tell you what, I will take those donations and I will put them towards my time and efforts into setting it up so you guys can hear the phone call. And then I'll call, if I have to call him more than once to get a hold of him, I'll call him. But we'll get it done. We'll get it done. I can't take $6 American from you people and not do it now. I'm like a whore for that money. So now that you've all forced me to do it. But I can't do it tonight, okay? I'm not going to do it tonight just because it's not set up. It'll be me on speaker. It'll be awfully awkward, and it just wouldn't be the experience I would love it to be. I know I can set it up through the computer here. I did fuck around with that back in, like, November. I just need to do it again. That's all. So just need to figure that out. There's some... I do want to call him for no reason. I do, which is why I'm going to. And I did call the police on Focker, so I'm a man of my word. I will do it if I say I'm going to do it. So please, Bella... BM Furball and NANA, I really appreciate the $2 donations each. I mean, you know, it's okay. I appreciate it, Bella. I mean, it's $2 New Zealand, but it's okay. When you stack it up beside those American ducats, though. Anyways, no, I really appreciate it, and I will absolutely make it happen, okay? Because I just didn't realize he put his phone number on things. Like, let's just print screen. Just gonna go ahead and paste this into my phone. Ta-da! Save as. Okay. Mark number. Okay, I've saved it. Call Mark now. Oh, come on, I can't do it. Stringer, I can't do it. It's not set up for it. Honestly, please don't do this to me, guys. I will absolutely make it happen when... What just happened there? I'll absolutely make it happen, though. I could even... the cruise thing, they're talking about the Flat Earth cruise. So, I mean... That's not from a TV show. Are you making me feel bad, guys? I'm just not okay. Listen, I'll do it. I will do it, just not right now. Okay, let me get it set up. You don't even necessarily have to wait the week. Okay, I could have an extra stream. I don't have a family around. I can do what I want. Oh, do you guys want to see some footage of Cece? I found actual footage of Cece at his Yeah, just give me a second. I found actual footage of Cece at his Italian delicatessen. Why don't you give some... What does that say? I have to get back to my screen. There it is. Why don't you give some of the money for the difficult time we face this year? Give some of the money for the difficult... Oh, well, I appreciate... Why don't you give some of the money? Are you talking about, I don't know, that was worded weird, but if you're saying, like, here's some money for the difficult time, or why don't you give some of the money? Either way, thank you very much for the $5 donation. I'm a little confused. By all means, please at me, and if you want to, like, reiterate that and I've fucked it up terribly, then just rephrase it maybe, and maybe I'll understand what you're saying, and I do apologize for that. But thank you very much for the $5. I appreciate it. Here, I found actual footage of of CC at his Italian.
And let me handle this.
Italian deli. Okay. Here's actual footage.
Can we get some salami and... Brian, let me handle this. Scusi, babidi-boopy? Che cosa? Peter, what are you doing? Speaking Italian. Babidi-boopy? Babidi-boopity-babidi-babidi. Peter, you can't speak Italian just because you have a mustache. Boopity-bapa. Boop-a-beep-a-boop-a-bapa-beep-a-bapa.
Tu sei un pazzo, va via da qui! Sono stanco di te, ti do un pugno nella testa! Ti uccido con questa carne!
And then the other one I really liked was there was one where oil fell on yeah, right here. And then I got one more. This is probably the best.
Okay, read the third row down, please.
Hey!
We now...
I was looking for Family Guy Italian things and I found that video. Hey! Oh my God, Family Guy. I love it. Obviously, you guys know. There's no way of getting around that. Okay, so Stephen Pennington. Seriously, you guys made me feel terrible now. I got all those donations and I didn't call anybody. I will call him. I will say, listen, it'll be the name of the stream. We are calling Mark Sargent. Okay? Okay? You need to believe in me. You need to believe in me. I'll make it happen. I swear to God. Okay? Beepity boopity boppity. Damn, is there a way I can phone him? Honestly, I have to figure it out because I know it was a bitch. It wasn't easy because Google Voice in America lets you phone American phone numbers from inside America with, like, I don't know if I had to hotspot shield to do it or what the deal was, but I had to do something where it was not easy. Let's just put it that way. Like, because using Google Voice to dial America from outside America was not that easy. Because you need to be an American to have a Google Voice number. They won't give you a Google Voice number without an American address. So, like, I had gotten even, at one point, I managed to, I don't know how I did it, but I got even farther into the process, and then it asked for something that I wouldn't have without being an American. I can't remember what it was. And I was like, there's no way I can do that. Oh, it was an American phone number, just simply. They needed an American phone number to figure it out now. I'm not gonna. No, listen. We have done lots of Brainy Beaver Tech Hour on this channel. Okay, we're not gonna do Brainy Beaver Tech Hour right now. We're gonna have a fun stream, and then I will figure it out literally when we're done, and then we can. Yeah, VPN. But the problem is my VPN only lets me use 500 megabytes. So the thing is, like, this will dissolve it in 1 millisecond. So, and I don't have the money to pay for a VPN. I mean, yeah, it's like $4 or $5 a month, but it's like everything else. Just keep adding more bills on, right? So, I mean, I did do it without using a paid VPN. I have to figure it out, okay? I think I had to jump through some hoops to get it done. Are you planning on charity for COVID-19? I mean, I could plan a charity for COVID-19. I hadn't done one yet. You didn't have to pay another $2 to say that, Warlord. Jeez. Thank you very much for the donation. Yeah, if you want me to do it, I could do it. I hadn't found a legitimate, like, right now, everything's still so out in the open, Where do I give the money to, right? Like, it's do you give it to like a charity that helps buy equipment for the hospitals, or do we give it to a charity that... So I hadn't done one yet, but, I'm not against doing one. Definitely have to make sure I show where the money goes and everything, so people don't, I'm not shysting somebody. But if it's something you want to see me do, I can definitely do it. It's hard. I feel like a bit of a charity sometimes, It's like, I thought I was holding a charity here. Just kidding. No, thank you for the donations you gave. No, you know what? It's something to think about. Maybe I should. That's a good idea. So I like the suggestion. Yeah, and I do have 2 PCs that are, yeah, I have two. I literally took my old parts from this PC when I rebuilt it in December, and I put them into another rig with my old graphics card. And then the other rig I had that was running as my server PC, I've also got folding at home on. So I'm running 3 PCs, 2 of them 24 hours a day, and this one, whenever I'm not using it, is folding COVID. So I think I've done 500,000 points in a week or so, week and a half. I don't know how long we've been doing it, a week or so, anyways. So yeah, and hey, listen, to anybody who also isn't in on that, you can hookers for doctors. I love it. You know what? In this new age, that's exactly what they need. If you haven't done it, you can go to folding at home. Please do not click on links. There are people taking advantage of this and scamming people. Make sure you're clicking on legitimate things. Like, it's always good to double check the URL. There is that little lock thing up in the corner. So if you click on it, it will show credentials for the page. Now, I mean, let's face it, we never know what we're looking for in those, so sometimes it'll still have a weird URL, and that might be legitimate. So they say to do that. I don't really know if it helps that much, but just do your due diligence. Try to make sure you didn't go to the wrong site, because they're trying to get a hold of people's information by the typical means. Install this app, and we're going to steal all your Bitcoin. So just please make sure you're being smart about where you're getting it. Only get it from the main site, and one of the safest ways you can find that stuff is actually to search on Google. Because Google AI will sift out a lot of the garbage, and typically your first thing up is usually going to first or second thing up, is usually going to be what you're looking for. Charity for COVID-19, it's doing fine on its own. No, I get it though. Hey, it's not a bad idea, John. He didn't have a terrible idea. I think it's not a bad idea. Thank you for the $2, John. John Rapp, appreciate it. But no, I don't think he had a bad idea. I think that I hadn't really thought about it like that, just because I've been wrapped up in my own world. But it wouldn't be. I mean, even if we raised $50, I mean, hey, listen, it's money that the certain people could use, and I'll see about doing it. But yeah, no. Listen, Warlord, if you got extra computers, you can definitely stick some of them on the fight to cure COVID, because we're using them to simulate protein folding and stuff like that on our computers, and using all the spare horsepower, right? Hey, Casual Spaceman's in here. Good to see you, buddy. Good evening. It's pretty late in the evening there, isn't it? 10, 11, 12, 1. 2 a.m. Isn't it in the morning, Casual Spaceman? Oh, I get it. Yeah, he's being clever. All right. Stephen Pennington. This guy used to set his watch for 1 minute. His videos would be 59 seconds long, but lately he's been branching out.
I have a hunch that if I were to get an electron microscope, I could look and study a virus, and I could probably come up with a conspiracy theory and try to convince everybody that the whole thing's a hoax. And then you'd go, well, that's great. You're convinced, but I don't happen to have an electron microscope in my house. All right, well, that's fair enough. Why don't we pick something that you don't need to go to the store and buy? Why don't we just say, how about the moon? How about you look at the moon? It's free, and it sticks up in the sky. And when it's a full moon like it is right now, it's big and bright, baby. It sticks out like a sore thumb. And if you just kind of watch it day after day, you can get the idea. Well, it gets so thin, I can hardly see it until it's dark. And then I got to wait, for a particular day to see the phenomenon. But you'll discipline yourself, and you'll look, and you'll see on that particular day the phenomenon that tells you that we live under an arch. Now, come on, isn't that fair? All I'm asking you to do is to look, and maybe you'll wake up and get out of this nightmare. Okay, let's go over it one more time. So, the day before the half moon, okay, when it's half, you want me to draw a half moon for you? Here's a piece of paper.
I'll be honest with you.
There, one without.
I question. I've been watching this guy for like a year now, and swear to God, he's got to be a Poe. there's no way this, like, who was it that's been watching? There's somebody else I know that I've talked to has been watching this person with me. Can you do that with a Mac? Can you do, what are you talking about? Do it with a Mac? You son of a bitch. No, you can't do anything with Macs. They're garbage. I'd be late for you at the moment. Yeah, well, it depends. Chucky, I've been staying up pretty late lately. It's no family around, so. It's a flawed logic, but it makes sense to stupid people, Warlord says. Don't you need the Hubble telescope to see the moon? That's funny. Yeah, he strikes me, I don't know, you tell me what you guys think, but I just think he's a Poe. He just kind of screams it to me.
Writing. And here's a pen. Well, they're the same color. That's not going to work.
Yeah, it won't.
Okay, here's a black one. Now this is going to be a half moon. Now science, their job is to be so confusing that you'll never know what a half moon is by talking to them. They'll talk you into believing that you're talking about a quarter moon. So let's just forget about talking to mainstream science that's designed to be confusing, okay? This is a half moon, and it's aiming up, all right? This will be aiming down.
That's not actually a quarter moon anyways. What? We're going to look this up. We're going to look this up together, everybody. Moon phases. It says here it's made of plasma. No, wrong site. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm a fucking ass. Okay. That's not what I want either. This is the one I want. Thank you. Nope. Nope. I want... bitch. No more, why don't you, Scott? You. There it goes. That's still not the one! The fuck just happened? Jesus. Anyways. That, okay, we're gonna go back to the other window. Okay, so if you look right here, I'm gonna have to change this. I hate that. It pisses me off. I don't like moving things once they're set. So, let me just figure out which one we're looking at again here. There we go. Just do this first. So here we have, here's our food phases here. Okay, so this one's got the gibbon shit on it. Does anybody know what the quarter moon is called? Is it a waning moon or a waning crescent or a waxing crescent? That would be a quarter, right? Right? That would be a half, full, new, quarter, right? Three-quarter? I can't remember. They do it like a fucked up. He's right. There's like, it's either like, is it like quarter full or three-quarter full? How does that work? Somebody tell me things. Science is too confusing. So I'll make shit up. That's kind of what I'm doing right now, isn't it? None of this is helping me. Wait a minute. One of these is supposed to say quarter. I've seen that before. Why? You know what, Stephen Pennington? We're coming back to you, son of a bitch. Google bites when you're looking for information. Moon. Anyways, okay, we're gonna move on before I have an aneurysm, I think. Does anybody know what Pastor Anderson is? You guys know what Pastor Anderson is? Pastor Anderson thinks flat earthers are idiots. Me straighten this window back out while I'm doing that. Apparently I highlighted half the damn world. All right, check it out. So you can't read that because all the words are in the way, but it says flat earth debunked satellites right here. So we're gonna let Pastor
Steven
Anderson
here from Faithful Word Baptist Church in Tempe, Arizona. Every single day, my YouTube channel is just getting bombarded with ridiculous comments from flat earthers, and this video is just going to give one simple.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait. Oh, fuck you. Don't do this again.
Hey everybody, Pastor Steven Anderson here from Faithful Word Baptist.
No, that's not why. Default view, thank you. Okay, wait for it. Red pill! I'm noticing a pattern. You have a lot of trust in scientific consensus. Does that also explain why you think medical martial law is okay, but checkpoints aren't? P.S. All science confirms Earth is flat. There is zero science for a globe Earth. See what we got here. Well, there's actually a lot of people telling me he's a fucking idiot. I recognize a lot of these names. And there's me. Laughing at him. I don't want to read my own comment. It's like self-grandizing. Or grandirizing. I don't fucking know words, apparently.
Baptist Church in Tempe, Arizona.
I've been stuck alone for too long. Hey, wait, what's this? Is this a donation? Oh, we got to get back to here so you can see it, so it pops up. Or am I late? Pennington went to Pat Robertson's diploma mill. Yeah, that's probably true. Well, I don't know why I didn't get a screaming beaver. It's going to come the second I go back. You watch. Watch this.
YouTube channel is just getting
see?
bombarded.
Wait, there it is, actually. Never mind. It shows up on this channel.
Comments from flat earthers. And this video is just
Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. You have no idea.
Flat earth nonsense.
Honestly, it sounds so cheesy and corny and fluffy duffy, but honestly, you guys really, these donations make a big difference. And right now, I was looking forward to starting to do a little bit more work again in the spring with my business, but with things occurring the way they are right now, obviously that's probably not going to be happening too hot. I imagine that nobody's going to have any money, including businesses, right? Like even construction projects. I mean, companies are just going to start holding on to their money. So, if you are somebody that is able to donate and you've been donating, and even if you're not, if you're watching right now, it doesn't matter. I just really appreciate everybody, the time that you guys put in watching me, hitting that like button, sharing, all that stuff. It really, I know you hear us all say it over and over and over again, and it gets kind of white noise-ish. But for us, it is a big deal because, our ability to grow on this platform, our ability to exist, and really the ability to keep our wives from giving us too much shit is predicated on being able to generate a bit of revenue from this. I do pay for the internet, a beefier internet than I would pay for probably if I wasn't streaming. And I pay for a few small things, $10 a month for this, $10 a month for that, just for some things that help make this channel a reality. And they do add up when you start stacking them together. They start making an actual bill for the channel. And it's nice that not only do your donations pay for that, but they put a little extra money in my pocket. They help me buy some groceries every month, as well as the patron memberships as well, which are fantastic. And I had a few patrons go ahead and raise, like I said, Janie should be in that list. He's not. I'll make sure he is. And for the other patrons, a few others had raised their donation recently, and I really appreciate that. Comment I got from at least one of them was just, with the current situation that obviously, he thought maybe it might be a little harder to get super chats and that they wanted to just make sure that they were giving a little bit. And I only tell you that just because I appreciate it. I'm not telling anybody this because I want people to think that they need to be or should be, or that you're a lesser subscriber because you aren't. Off of that, it gets, I feel the urge to thank you, but I know that after 3 minutes of me kissing your ass, it gets a little repetitive.
It's something that all of us can see and observe for ourselves, and that is satellites orbiting the Earth. I'm talking about man-made satellites that orbit the Earth. You can go outside and literally see them with your naked eye. You can even station is like 217 miles above the Earth. Now, the people that are up in the International Space Station, they're floating around and experiencing weightlessness. Now, a lot of people think that the reason that they're experiencing weightlessness is because there's no gravity in space or something like that. But in reality, the acceleration due to gravity at the International Space Station is like 90% of what it is on the surface of the Earth. And you can do the math, you can plug in Newton's formula on the universal law of gravitation, and you'll find out that they're still experiencing almost as much gravity as we are at that point. So why are they floating around? Why are they weightless. Let me illustrate it to you this way. Let's say you could theoretically build a tower, okay, to the height of the International Space Station. So if you were to theoretically build a tower 217 miles tall, and then if you were to jump off of that tower, it would be like jumping off any other skyscraper. I mean, you would go plummeting down to the earth, you know, instead of accelerating at 9.8 meters per.
Now, I genuinely think this guy's kind of stupid when I listen to him talk. Reminder money that you are a punani for not calling. Listen. I will call him. But we're not going to call him today because I have this whole stream set up. But what I will do is I will literally make it part of my plan for my next stream, everybody, okay? I would like to be able to make sure that he's going to be around when I phone him. But at the same time, that kind of defeats the purpose of just phoning him. So, no, what we'll do is I will figure out how to do it. We'll set it up so that it's ready to go. And then that way, while I'm streaming in the near future, and like I might even have extra streams to try to do it, we can poke at him and see if we can't get him on the phone for just a quick interview. And you never know, maybe I can do a quick 5-minute on the phone and then land a bigger interview with him another day or something. He's pretty self-promoting. He doesn't seem to care who you are. He's happy to talk about himself. So I wouldn't be surprised if he did. So thank you very much for another $5 BM Furball. And as a member of the American military, I realize that you are probably one of the only people that'll have money soon. So I appreciate you giving some of it to me.
Per second or 32 feet per second, you know, you would accelerate slightly slower than that, but you'd still be falling.
I don't know if you're military or what you are, but you're a branch of something government-esque, and you know what I mean.
At an incredible rate and go splat at the bottom, okay?
Oh yeah, what I was going to say is, genuinely, I actually think this guy's kind of dumb, but why is it that he's smarter than all flat earthers? Like, this is the problem. This is a problem. Like, Nathan, your own people think you're stupid. Like, I'd love to see, oh, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Can you imagine if we could get Pastor Anderson to debate Nathan Thompson about flat earth? Can you imagine? How would that even go? Would that turn into a dumpster fire, or what would it? Yes, that would absolutely be a dumpster fire. What am I thinking? Oh my God, you might as well pour just jet fuel on it. That would be terrible, right? I can't wait, but please announce it 24 hours in advance. Listen, I will announce the attempt 24 hours in advance. How's that sound? You hurt me right in the MacBook Pro. Well, listen, if you've got MacBook Pro money, you can hand some of it over. Let's put it that way. What do those new MacBook Pros cost? They're not cheap. Anyways.
Like I said, they have 90% of the gravity up there. Now, let's say theoretically you were to get a running start and jump off the edge of this building. Well, you're still going to go plummeting to the ground, but you're going to go a little bit further, you know, as you jump.
Oh my God, he's doing a brilliant job of explaining this.
Out, you're going to go a little further out.
Wrong branch.
Before going splat. Well, let's say you could move off the edge of the building at some incredible speed, okay, where you're jumping out at an incredible speed, and then...
Honestly, this is one of the best ways I've ever seen anybody explain this.
Falling, okay? Now, here's the thing about this. Because the Earth is round, as you get further away, the Earth is also getting further away because the Earth is curving downward. So basically, the idea is that if you could go...
We all know this part of it, but the way he did the jumping from the building, that was a good analogy. I like it. Because most people are able to think that if you run and jump off a building, you're gonna die. You're gonna make it a little further before you die. You know, you might get a few more linear feet in there.
Go fast enough off the top of this tower, okay, you'd basically be moving forward at such an incredible rate that as you're falling, the Earth is basically moving out from under you at the same rate that you're falling, and then basically you would just get in this orbit right here, okay? Where basically you're falling, you're in free fall, but because you're moving forward so fast, you're moving to another part of the Earth where the Earth is slightly farther away. And so you can reach this equilibrium where you're basically just falling around the Earth. I hope I explained that in a way that makes sense.
Yes,
but basically, instead of just jumping off and falling straight down, because you're going...
I hope I explained that to all the idiots out there just as good. Like, oh my God, he just was screaming at flat. I can't get over it. It was like, I saw somebody said right here, he saw Red Pill Philosophy in the comments right there. You see him says that, and I was like, where? So I scrolled down, and there he is. Oh man.
Going at an incredible speed. You're falling, but at the same rate you're falling, you're getting further out this way from the Earth, and then those two forces balance out to where you're in orbit. Now, the speed that you would have to go at this height right here of the International Space Station is like 17,000 miles an hour, and that's how fast the International Space Station is.
Now, I got introduced to this guy because I may be mistaken, but if I remember correctly, I think this is the guy that said that you're not, like, that if you're married to her, it's not for you to do what you want, even if she doesn't want you to. So he's very religious, and yeah, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive. The only reason I even follow him is because he said some really shitty things once. And of course, you end up on my radar a little bit when that happens. So, you know, and when you watch his normal, we'll finish this, but you watch his normal things, it's literally like the whole Pastor Anderson standing at the front of the room and doing his sermons. And they did a 360 camera on one of the recent ones. And it was really funny to me because here we are watching a wedding, and there was social distancing. Hey, listen, he's been right on top of this. He doesn't believe in the conspiracy theories. Listen, if you gotta have a ultra religious person, Pastor Anderson has been respecting the rules and he's been following them. So I wanna give a round of applause to an extremely religious person who is now doing YouTube videos from his house to try to continue what he's doing, because he obviously just either didn't want to get in trouble or he respects the rules. But you know what? I think he respects them. Because the reason I think he respects them is that if you look right here, one of his other videos from just a day ago is debunking a few coronavirus conspiracy theories. So clearly, this man has a bit more respect for what's occurring here. And so for that, I do have to give him the respect that he deserves in that right. I don't have to agree with him with some of the other things he says, and that's fine. We're just going to leave that one there. We'll wait until he says that stupid shit again one day. Maybe we'll touch on that. But since we haven't been talking about... oh, that reminds me. Holy shit. Okay, so I have a video that I had to edit because there's boobies and stuff in it otherwise. And so now there isn't, and I can show you. And otherwise, some of the people on my Discord saw it. There was a woman... Well, we'll just let you see. It's going to be a shock value thing, I think. Don't leave, please. There's 79 people in here. If you leave, you're going to regret it. I swear to God. Let's let Anderson finish what he has to say, and then I will show you what I'm talking about.
Is moving around the Earth right now. So it's going like 17,000 miles an hour, and it's in free fall at the same time. So the 17,000 miles an hour forward combined with the free fall causes it to just perpetually fall around the Earth without stopping. And that's what satellites are operating on, the same principle. Now, other satellites are further out, so they don't have to go as fast because there's less gravity the further out you go. So the lateral speed needed is going to be lower. As you get closer to Earth, you got to go faster in order to stay in orbit. But once you're in orbit, inertia is just going to keep this thing moving at that same rate, because they're not running into a bunch of air resistance up there. By the time you get out there, the air has thinned out. There's not a lot of resistance. And so basically they're able to just perpetuate.
And I will double check if he was the one that said that stuff, because obviously, you know, so for right now that's allegedly. And other than that, I'm not even going to talk about that subject because, you know, I want to be certain if I'm going to bring something like that up, to be honest with you. And so if he wasn't the person that I'm thinking of, maybe he said something else stupid that triggered me, and then that'd be really pretty unfair to tag that to him. But I don't follow any other religious sermon people. So I'm going to tell you right now, it probably has to be that. But anyways.
Actually, because of inertia, just continue orbiting.
I didn't tell you the end of that, though. Okay, so they were doing the social distancing. They're having their wedding. And the Pastor Anderson and the bride and groom at the front, and the bridesmaids and groomsmen were probably a little closer together than they should have been for social distancing, but whatever. I mean, it was some of the states were taking it more seriously than the others. But when you looked through the audience, you had families together and then gaps between them. It was an obvious attempt to keep people separated. Okay, so that's what you like to see. But what was funny about it is that we're sitting, so it's a 3D or a 360 camera. And so the way the 360 cameras work on YouTube is it's shooting in all directions. So when you tune into it, it's just kind of doing like a pan. And I think that's so you realize it's a 360 camera and that you can, and what you do is you just grab the screen, you just drag it. And you can drag the camera wherever you want. Just look wherever you want in the room. It's just funny because they've got the camera sitting on the seat. Like imagine I'm the camera and you're the camera and you're just sitting here, like looking around the room as the camera. And it's like you turn around in the pew, you're staring at a family. And the best part was the chick doing her nails. As she's listening to the sermon. And her very young husband, buttoned right up, tie, just sweating in that thing, just right in it, eh? He's got his hand, he's sitting there holding the Bible in one hand, and he puts his hand out to hold her hand. Takes her like a minute and a half to grab it. And you literally see him like... I was like, brutal, buddy! Brutal! As a 360-degree camera, 2 feet in front of you, and I am watching you get burned by your wife. It was... now that I think of it, I'm going to have to go find it. Because it was so sad. It was long enough that I was like, okay, she doesn't want to hold your hand. I'm sorry, bud. I'm so sorry. Or she was doing her hair. That's what it was. She's doing her hair. Braiding her hair, something. She's playing with her, stranding her hair. She's stranding it. Something like that, anyways.
Same thing.
We'll let him finish because I want to show you the the other thing I told you I was going to show you. So I haven't forgotten.
Reason. Okay. So here's the thing. Satellites are up there for decades, and they don't. Why wouldn't they run out of gas? Why don't they run out of fuel? How can they just fly through the sky without ever having to fuel? I mean, think about an airplane.
Excuse me, Pastor Anderson. It has an S in front. That's what got me. Sanderson. No, it's Sanderson. That's right. He's a Sanderson, not Anderson. Either way, fuck it. You get what I mean. No, it's hot air balloons. Or no, helium. That's it, helium. You don't have to recharge helium. It'll be there forever. Right where it needs to be.
Flies across the Atlantic Ocean, it's got to stop and fuel up. Really long flights require a stop for fuel. So how can satellites stay up?
Okay, so I am right. Michael W. Robel? Wow, how do I pronounce that? Rubble? Is it... Okay, is the W silent almost? Like rubble? Or is it more like a hard Robel? Do it spell that last name phonetically for me. I want to know how you pronounce that. I'm actually very curious, and I don't even mean it from a dick standpoint. I'm very curious how you would pronounce that. Yeah. So he said right here, where the hell did it go? It scrolled up. He is a narcissistic, sexist, sovereign. Apparently, they don't like that word either. I found out from uni. Great vid of him being tased for not answering questions. Oh yeah, no, I saw that. That's probably where I saw it. Is on UNDERAGE's channel or somebody's channel. Either way, it was golden watching him get tased. And they're like, it's gonna break the glass. It's like, this is where you tell him to stop. No, you say, listen. I made some fucking bad choices. I'm ready. I remember watching it. He had every chance to be like, okay, listen. Shit's gotten out of control. I thought I had this figured out. It's gotten beyond where I wanted it to go. We need to not break my window. I'll come out. We got to talk. It's so stupid. They make by trying to be that kind of person, he just makes everything worse. All he had to do is get out of the car and go talk to them. He'd probably have been fine. Especially if you're not smuggling anything. If you don't have a car full of Mexicans or drugs, just talk to them. Like, I mean, I don't know what it is. They all have some sort of idea that it's a Hollywood movie and somehow they're being set up by being walked away from their car for 30 seconds. Like, I mean, like, I went across the U.S. border one time and my suitcase was in the back of my truck. Like, in the back seat. Not in the backpack. And I didn't have a tail, like a tonneau cover or anything. I had an open back. Guy goes, of course, I'm 20-something. I get it. I'm going to the States for a training thing. And he goes, why is your vehicle in the back seat? I'm like, put it there? He's like, why? And I'm like, it's the middle of the winter, man. It's either that or I let my... Like, I mean, for fuck's sake, I'm about to get on an airplane. It was cheaper to fly out of the States than fly out of Canada in that case. Saved a bit of money. But I'm like, are you kidding? It's -30 out. Like, so I just supposed to... It was snowing. The back of the truck's got 2 feet of snow in it. Like, I don't have a cover on the back. It's not a clean tailgate area. Like, it had a tire chained up because my thing on the bottom of my truck wasn't, didn't jack back up after I used the tire one time. Pretty typical. That's normal. And like, it wasn't like, I don't know. It was a weird attempt at trying to catch me doing something. But anyways, okay. So, he wants to look in my vehicle. Sure. B-Ball for Life donated 5 American. Now you guys, I got so many U.S. donations from you guys. You made me feel terrible now that I didn't get my American meme out. So you know what? Literally, it's getting done. It's got to get done before the next stream. Okay, I have to do it because now I've talked about it too much, and if I don't do it, I'm literally that guy. So I have to do it. So thank you for the $5. That is far too generous. Did I really just hear that guy ask why don't satellites run out of gas? No. He is actually on the side of satellites B-Ball for Life. He is Pastor Anderson or Sanderson. I actually can't quite figure out which one I get right now. No, yeah, he might be Steve Anderson. What's his name? He had it up here. Where is it? He's no, he didn't say his name. No, I can't remember. Is it Steve Anderson or something like that? Or is he Sanderson? Somebody who knows, tell me. But either way, no. He is actually very religious, and he's probably got a million things we can disagree with him about. That's for sure. But he is actually on our side in this case. We have a warrior right here. In fact, I would love to set up a debate with him and Nathan Thompson.
For decades.
Nathan Thompson won't do it unless he gets a turkey bone or something out of it, I'm sure.
Without needing to refuel. It's because of the fact that it's the force of falling.
Thank you very much for the donation. I really appreciate it, guys. This has been a great stream. Thank you.
Them in that perpetual state of orbit. Okay, so how would you explain this from a ridiculous flat Earth perspective? Okay.
And he just tears a hole in them before he even starts. He's like, "Here, I'm just gonna stick the knife in here and just slice this little fucking." Don't feel bad. Here's some non-U.S. money. Aw, thank you, Bella. But you paid me a bunch of money, and I'm not calling Mark right today. But I will. I'm telling you. So help me God, I'll figure it out. If I have to, how can I do this? Even if I have to buy, I think it would cost me like $10. If I have to buy another Magic Jack phone number, I will fucking phone him somehow. Okay? So there's all kinds of ways we could do this. We live in a world where phoning somebody's not impossible. And I know I had it set up. I think I called... Who did I call? I think I called somebody in the States. I absolutely phoned somebody in the States using it and tested it. So it did work. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't need it anymore in the end. What happened is I was setting it up to call... I don't even know who I was setting up to call. I was setting up because I need to phone somebody. But then I think we figured out another way to make it work. Anyways, either way. Here, so from a ridiculous flat Earth perspective.
If the Earth were flat, and you've got these satellites flying around in the sky, why wouldn't they just fall out of the sky? What's keeping them up there?
Exactly.
And there's no answer for this, okay? And this is why, one of the many reasons why it's just ridiculous and foolish to believe in this flat Earth. I'm not even going to call it a theory because it's not even a theory. This flat Earth delusion, this flat Earth idea, is ridiculous because of the fact that satellites are something that we can all observe. You know, like I said, you can go into a very deep canyon where you're not picking up cell signals, you're not picking up radio signals, but you will be able to pick up satellite signals for your GPS.
And yeah, when the hot air balloons go by. Thank you. Hello. I mean, come on. Everybody's seen that Simpsons clip, right?
And the only explanation for that is that they're directly overhead, so the walls of the canyon aren't blocking the signal. So you're getting contact with the satellites as they go over in their orbit. And there are tons of these man-made satellites. Like I said, you can see them moving through the sky. How else do you explain these things? Just perpetually going around the sky. It makes perfect sense when you understand the forces of gravity and when you understand the principles that I laid out of orbiting around a globe. The heavenly bodies are doing the same thing. The space station, the satellites, etc. Here's another illustration to help you understand how this works. Let's say that you were at the top of a skyscraper.
Thank you very much. I can't believe it. Thank you. I can't read that from here, so I will get that in 1 second. Thank you so much.
And you're
Canadian.
in an elevator.
Oh, flush it down the toilet. No, I'm just kidding.
And the elevator
no, it's good shit. I love it.
Breaks, and the
That's what I
elevator
use, you know?
just starts to drop. Okay. Basically, you and the elevator are both falling at the same rate because everything falls at the same rate no matter how much.
I can't find that actual Simpson clip apparently anyway, so. You guys are being too nice to me tonight. I don't understand. Brainy Beaver gets my super chat cherry. Ooh, your super chat cherry? You've never donated before? That's a big deal. Thank you very much. I feel so privileged. You know what? That would be, I don't know how many cherries. I'm not going to tell you that information. That's I'm like, that's far too personal, Brainy. Let's just put it this way. When I was younger, I was very pretty, and the girls liked me, okay? They liked me when I was young. And now I've got this balding spot here, and everything's just gone all funhouse mirror. No, that is very generous of you. If you are not, I don't recognize the name, and I've never seen you donate, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. As well as Bella, you know, that regular donator. I'm just kidding. Bella, is it just me, or does he look like a guy from Lost? Oh, yeah. There was a guy on Lost. Okay, now I'm going to look up Lost characters. Okay, let him finish talking. I'll look up Lost characters.
How much it weighs. So you could drop a 50-pound dumbbell and a 5-pound dumbbell off the top of a building. Don't do it. But if you did, they would both fall
Don't do it
at the same time because weight
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're not wrong, actually. You know what? There's actually... No, you're right. He does look like the main character to a degree, to be honest with you. I mean, he could be multiple different people on this show, actually. I mean, the main, yeah, you're not wrong. Hold on. Let me bring this up for you, okay? Let me do, let me see how I'm going to get this in here for you. You're right, actually, so just bear with me 1 second here. Here, we'll do it this way. Dump. Boom. You're not wrong, dude. Yeah, that's kind of uncanny, frankly, actually, to be honest with you. Holy shit. We found his fucking doppelganger. And, like, in Lost, he would have looked a little haggard, too, wouldn't he have? Oh, let's... Apparently they all had razor blades while they were on the fucking TV show Lost, I guess. I don't know. They got lost with razor blades, it looks like. Because, you know what I mean? Because everybody was always sexy. That makes no sense at all. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, he only looks more like him if you get a different one. Like, look at that. Like, all B. Jesus Christ. Is it just me, or is that disgustingly close, everybody? Like, just one more time. Jesus. That's impressive, actually. Wow, good eye. Good eye, Bella. Was it Bella that said that one? Let's see. Let me look at the comments here. Was it Bella? Yeah, it was Bella. Well, Bella, you didn't have to pay me for that comment, but I really appreciate it. And holy shit, you were right on the money with that one, man. That was crazy. All right, let's let him finish, and then I can show you that crazy video I told you I was going to show you. Honestly, I swear to God, you'll laugh. You have to.
So basically,
it's a little sad at the same time. Life's sad.
They fall at the same time. So you and the elevator would both be in free fall at the same time. And while that elevator were plummeting like that with you inside, you would actually be weightless inside that elevator. You would actually be able to float around in that elevator just like the people are doing in space, because it's not a lack of gravity that's causing them to float around like that. It's actually free fall. It's the fact that they're in a continual state of falling. So if you were in the International Space Station, because you're just free falling all the time, you and the space station are free falling, that's what allows them to float around and experience the feeling of weightlessness. That's why when people are being trained to go into space, they will often, be taken up in a plane or something, and then the plane will just do a dive and just go into free fall so that they can experience that and see what it's like. I hope I made this clear and understandable in this video.
I wish he did a response video to Flat Earthers. Oh my God, it'd be beautiful. I mean, he basically did right here, didn't he? But I mean, Jesus Christ. He should just come on. Sanderson, whatever the hell your name wants to be. Debate Red Pill, come on. This would be great. Ask Red Pill if he wants to debate him,
If you have any questions, let me know. But I hope that this was helpful. God bless you. Have a great day.
And actually, maybe I'll show you guys a little piece of my skit coming up on my episode, since it's not everybody watches this far into the stream, so it'd be like a little cherry for you. But here, now we got that out of the way, let's get to the video that I told you I was going to show you here, which I already have queued up. And I blurred all the nasty bits, YouTube. All of them. There is nothing in here except shit all over a window. That's not the right fucking window, though. You'll see. Aha! Shit on the window. Is it on the other window, too? Let's see this one. No. Okay, let me get it here, because you're going to want to... Oh, you know what? Hey! Not the one. It's not the one. You guys have no idea how many tabs I have in here. It's so high IQ. Hey! Now we're talking. Okay, so you see that nice blur job I did? Because otherwise it was just smashed boob up against the window. And I was like, well, that's nudity, straight up. So, I don't know, maybe YouTube wouldn't be too happy with me. So I took it to the editor first. So you guys are getting the filtered version, but there is a real version that is not filtered. There's nothing special to look at, I promise you. It's not about that. It's just about the fact that there are boobs. And so it doesn't, this could have easily been any sort of educational. It doesn't matter. All I'm getting at is there's no sexualization of it. It's just their boobs. So YouTube has already demonetized me because I said that word about 15 times. But here we are, So, I don't have a backstory. I don't have anything. I just have this, okay? So enjoy.
Oh, my God. Shawty, get out of my car, Shawty. I'm going to pull out with your ass now. Who? Who? She just pissed and shitted all on my car.
I know they gave her something, and the guy saw them. As soon as he saw them, that's when they took off, and she took off that girl up here.
Wow.
Yeah, she was laying on top of his car.
Pissed and shitted all on my car.
I saw how you did when she jumped on your car. I was like, oh shit.
It's see, for me, it's the way it starts. It's the oh my God. It's like, was he recording already? Oh, I'm trying to find the damn. The way it starts, listen.
Oh my God. Shawty, get out of my car.
Shawty, get off my car. Oh, that is shit on a car. Ugh. Like, you wouldn't even want to. Like, you'd wash it on the curb, right? Like, you wouldn't even want it on your driveway. You'd be, like, hosing it from 15 feet away. Yep, it's a bad day today. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. And then what was the other thing I was talking about? I said something about something else. My brain moves so rapidly, though. Nathan will post anything. Okay. Somebody please remind me of something I was going to... I don't know where that was. This is just Twitter. I got... Did I get given that by somebody? No, I might have found that myself. Listen, people recommend things to me. I know that some of the things off of Twitter that I have to show in a second have been recommended by, and I will give the name, Clapperjack. I have to give a clap to Clapperjack for some of the Twitter things. I don't believe he sent me that. I think I linked that to them, and they were like, what did I just witness? Anyways. Okay, so we can turn off the VLC, and we now have this Pixar. Isn't it beautiful, everybody? Okay, so Nathan Thompson will literally post anything.
6 years prior to the release of Toy Story, Pixar released a short film called Knick Knack.
So help me God if this music is monetized. Bella charged $2. Bella, you're feeling pretty spicy tonight, obviously. 100% car wash job. Touchless please, though, right? So I don't go to brush washes. Yeah, I know. It washes the bristles off and stuff afterwards, but that's just... I agree. It's just, that's so gross. Anyways.
They showed you hot location after hot location.
What the fuck? Oh, this is the wrong damn window. Hold on.
Have on sunglasses.
Hold on. I did this to you people.
Location after hot location. Where all the knickknacks have on sunglasses. Then they take you to a land far away towards the edge of the shelf. They call it Nome, Alaska, but they make the pun Gnome Sweet Gnome, showing you that this is your home.
I'm pausing because there's music. Fuck you for using music. I don't know what it is.
This character is not wearing sunglasses because he's at the edge of the world, where the sun barely reaches, the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica. He finds the edge, just like we did in Operation Deep Freeze. Then he proceeds to drill, just like they did in Russia.
Then he proceeds to pause, just like he did just now, because I don't know where that music came from at all. So don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just hanging back in the chair that I couldn't afford to buy today if I had to. So please don't break. Please don't break. Please don't break.
Then he tries to blow it up, just like we did over the Pacific Ocean.
It's not your problem after it's off your car? Jesus.
Again, symbolizing...
Take it to two girls in a bucket. Aw. You people are freaks. Stop the shitty antics. Did you... Ragical did another song? We'll have to hit that in a minute. One girl, one car.
What was the name of the operation we were trying to explode the firmament?
For the record, I downloaded 2 Girls, 1 Cup the other day for scientific reasons, okay? I had a joke that I was going to use just the intro music for it because I don't think you need much else. I think we all know the intro music, do we not? I can't even think of it right now, but for some reason I know if I hear it, I'll be like, that's 2 Girls, 1 Cup. I know because I was scarred after I watched it. Like, you just never forget the sound, I think. Is it the... You're like, oh, I know what that is. Oh, my God. Oh, yes, I can still use that joke. Okay, I don't want to give it away. But, yes, I literally... Let's just put it this way. I saw enough of it as I scrolled through that I remember why I don't want to watch it. That's all we're going to say about it.
Operation Fishbowl.
Oh my God, this thing mimics the entire Discovery.
And we see here how if he actually did escape from his home sweet home, beyond the firmament, he would be in water. Pixar obviously got the attention of Walt Disney in this short little film, because Disney Studios has released every single Pixar movie. After all, Disney Studios filmed Operation Deep Freeze, and Walt Disney is an honorary member because he was there.
Dun dun dun!
When they found the firmament of heaven.
Oh my God!
Meets the earth. This is commemorated in his logo of the Magic Kingdom, depicting a firmament and a tower whose top would reach unto heaven.
All right, that's some good mind twisting you've done there, boy. That's incredible shit. And now that you've demonetized my entire stream, you dickbag, with that music. Actually, I guess there was a way I could have figured that out just by going like this. I could have, I don't see anything with music attached. Ha-ha! We're good. All right. Okay, so something that you guys might not know, this isn't a sure bet thing, but typically if their video has been claimed because of the music, you'll get a little thing right down here. Something will pop up in here showing who owns the music. We can find an example video, maybe. I don't even know what we'd use to find it. I mean, we could probably click on like a legitimate video that I have to mute the instant it comes on. Oh God. Okay, because like 3 more frames of that and it would be like demonetized. Okay, so now if I go like this, see right here. Look at this. See this? That. So you see, it shows you who provided YouTube music by this blah, 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 Twitter. Mixing engineer. Like here's the credits, and then music category music. So like they know who owns this music. So yeah, I mean that's just how it works. It'll automatically get that kind of tag at the bottom. So, we have, oh my God, have you guys seen them breaking open frickin' light posts?
Oh, see, that's the antenna. That's a scanner. It's radar. It's a radar piece of equipment. You can see that. This has got the 450 volt capacitor on it, and you see the cabling. It's really important to see that.
Is 450 volts a lot to these people? That's what I want to know. Like, cause, okay, like for instance, when I do things, a lot of times you'll have something that's rated at like 600 volts, but you're only putting 24 through it because it's rated to take like, I don't know. I don't even need, I don't even know. I think I've got better things to talk about than this. Hold on. Thrive and Survive's an idiot. Okay, let's get we're gonna go hair political here for a second, okay? We're just gonna go just a touch political. I'm gonna graze the edge of politics, and then I'm gonna fucking take a hard right, and we're gonna pull out, okay? Okay, everybody? Bear with me for a second. We're just gonna skim the atmosphere of politics, if you will, okay? So, this is the governor of Wisconsin, and he was he the governor or is he the Republican senator? That's what it is, Republican senator for Wisconsin. And he was absolutely adamant that the vote had to be done right now in the peak of the pandemic. It could not be postponed 2 weeks, not even 3 weeks, not 1 week. I don't know how long they tried to postpone it. The bottom line is it could not be postponed. This is impossible. We have to do this. So, so this is him telling people, and don't get me wrong, okay, everybody else is dressed like this too. It's not like, they kind of made it seem a little bit on the Philip DeFranco show like he was the only one dressed like that while everybody else was probably like dressed normally, where that's not the reality. The reality is they're treating this election very much like a check center. So you have to move through it. You can see in the background, they're in a corridor of cars. They're using a shop, probably like a big, it almost looks like just like a big garage bay that you do like auto work in, or maybe like a heavy machinery shop or something, like for working on big trucks and stuff. But either way, there's probably exhaust systems set up because they're they're probably asking them to turn the car off when they're sitting, obviously. But still, they're driving the cars right through, and they're literally doing like windowed polling, which hats off. But this is him reassuring everybody that it's okay and it's safe to come and vote.
So Robin, just introduce yourself and I guess explain, why you're here today and what you've been helping with.
Yep, my name is Robin Boss. I represent the 63rd District right here in Racine County. My wife, Michelle, is volunteering at the Village of Rochester as a poll worker. I'm here in the city of Burlington. We got here at 6:15 this morning. The staff here in Burlington could not have done a better job. They have thought this through. They provided us with training starting at 6:15. They explained to us what our jobs were going to be for the day. I'm serving as an election inspector, which means that the gentleman who goes to the car actually gets all the information, brings it over to us. We sign a ballot verifying the ward that they're in. We give it to him, and the voter then casts the ballot through the process they've set up. They gave us the PPE. It's mandatory to wear it. So we are here today making sure that we do everything safely. I think it's a testament to the people who have really thought about this election. They knew what they were doing. They worked really hard to make sure that everybody who is here, the ones who are at the poll place working, the people who are coming in their cars, everybody is here safe. They have very minimal exposure. Actually, there's...
It's really funny. Is there another spot right here, I think?
We are going to be safer. We could be dealing with this in August or November, so we need to have a dry run as we're going through it right now to make sure we get this right.
He's not entirely wrong. It's just funny. Okay, so let's get to the funnier shit here. Okay, so there's a couple little Twitter things I want to show to you guys before we keep on going. And we're at 2 hours actually right now. So don't get me wrong, we won't go forever, but I do have a few more things to show you. So let's go through some of them real quick. This is also Clapperjack. Clapperjack sent me all this stuff today. Okay, so this is all funny, and I thought it was worthy of showing you guys.
We can take the proper precautions to protect our first responders.
We found fucking it. We found Cousin It, guys. Look at this bullshit. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Okay, these don't take long. Okay, we are going to pause the piss out of this thing, okay? Because it has music on it. I know it has music on it, because it does. So you get the idea, it's just music. Guitar riffs are probably super claimable. Bear with me, guys, we're almost there. It's not that long of a video. Oh God, I thought he'd be up by now. Okay, hold on. 70 people. You guys don't want to see anything funny.
Want to break free.
Bravo, sir. Bravo. Definitely the first time I watched it didn't know that your skull was sitting on top of one of those eggs. Those egg holders. But this guy rocks too. People are going crazy at their house.
I want to break free.
You cotting tonight? Yeah, I might. I've been doing all kinds of things. You sounds like you want it, Bella. We probably could. I think Team Skeptic's been a little bit sick again. Hopefully he's okay. He was there. Well, actually, I guess I'm realizing I didn't really pay enough attention. I saw 30 seconds of it. Was Team Skeptic? Thank you, by the way, for the $2. You don't need to pay me to say that stuff to me, Bella, but I do appreciate it. Anybody tell me, was Team Skeptic at the debate on Monday night on Fight the Flat Earth channel? I know Fight's been feeling a little under the weather, but I know he's just generally I think he was just a little tired. We think he was a little fatigued, you know, got a headache and stuff. You know what happens, stress, kids at home, stuff like that. But, you know, I don't think Team Skeptic was feeling very well, so I'm curious if he was there on Monday anyway. So I could always check myself, too, and not be a lazy turd. But, you know, this is odd. I don't know what to say. Oh, my God. What's she training for? Oh my God. Like, what the heck is that chick training for? She's like, I really want to be in Peter Pan. That's not related to anything else. Okay, so here's some COVID humor. Apparently, people are having some fun going out. Eh? Listen. Nah, our team is sick. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he's not feeling well. It's too bad. Hopefully they're well. I mean, they had thought they had maybe a bit of the COVID-19, and they did get tested, but I never ever heard the results of that. So, wow. Like, wow. Like, not as in sexy. Well, I mean, you know. I mean, let's face it. You got to have a smoking hot body to actually fit into that fucking thing. I mean, Jesus. I mean, so let's just pretend for a moment that she's not wearing skin-tight latex. And, you know, yeah, that's probably a 9. Of course, maybe there's a reason she's hiding her face. We're not getting into this sexist shit today, Brainy Beaver. The bottom line is, look at this freak, okay? That is awesome, isn't it? And, like, I love it. See the woman back here? See this woman right here? Look at this, right there. Isn't that awesome? He's fucking loving it. This guy's like, oh, break me off a piece of that. Okay, so I don't think this will be monetized in any way. Hopefully the background music isn't. I really hope it isn't. I want to play this. It's funny. Whoa, it's stuck on my side. Why is that doing that? 1 second. Okay, I see what's happening here. 1 second. That is not what's playing on my screen. Why is that not working properly? What the hell's going on here all of a sudden? Wow, that was weird. Okay, well, yeah, I don't know what just happened there. That was weird. Let's try that again. Let's see if we can do that again. That locked right up. I did assume that person's gender. You are correct, Ben. I actually made a terrible mistake.
I don't want to catch no corona. I don't want to get sick and die. I'll wear some scuba gear if I have to. Maybe I'll make some banana cream pie.
See, you know what does it? If I change the size of this window while it's streaming, that's what was killing it. Look at. It's because I fucked with this window. That's kind of messed up. Won't lie, it's a little weird. Doesn't usually work like that. For some reason, though, I just really was OCDing my life away here. Just couldn't handle it. I just couldn't handle it. I knew you needed to see more of it. It wasn't working right. This. Switch scenes, because apparently that's what you got to do to fix it. No, apparently that doesn't work either. What the fuck? Man, that's so weird the way that does that. Look at that. See there it comes back. That's really, wow, that's talk about bugs, you know. There you go, let's do that.
I'll wear some scuba gear if I have to. Maybe I'll make some banana cream pie. I never lived through a pandemic before, so I wear maxi pads on my face at the store.
Oh my god.
It's war.
That's amazing.
I don't want to catch no corona.
I don't want to catch the corona. This is super racist.
I don't want to get sick and die. Maybe some lettuce will help my condition.
That can't be real.
It could be worse. You could be this guy. I never lived through a pandemic before.
Oh my god.
So I wear maxi pads on my face at the store. It's war. I don't want to get no corona. I don't want to get sick and die.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. That's funny. Good stuff.
What are you people retarded?
Exactly. No. A little bit. So let me load the VLC player up, and I can maybe show you a little sneak peek at my upcoming episode. Let's see the comments here. The scuba diver's the best one. Hey, listen, you want to talk about being safe? So that, get this. Imagine you actually have a problem, like a super immunocompromised problem, and you have to go to the store. You could rock a scuba tank and breathe your own air supply. Just putting that out there for you. You don't need to have the actual whole suit, though. That guy was just taking the shit. That was awesome. Yes. Let me load what I need to load. Find what I need to find. I believe in myself. I believe I can find it. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to... But, hold on, I'll have to call that number back in a minute. Second, so let me just mute this so it doesn't do that again. Come on, volume down. Thank you. Okay, why is that not showing it, though? I loaded the video. Another... I'll tell you what, bugs in this damn VLC players, though, they're buggy, boy. Hold on, I'm just gonna close the VLC player and reopen it. I think it's OBS. It just kills things. Like it, getting all these different programs to all work together is really just a work of art. Hello, everyone. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let me just get you on the screen properly a little better. Just stretch myself, make myself all fat. There we go. Now I'm all chunky. There we go. And welcome back to another dose of that hairy beaver you expect every week. Or maybe you've tuned in to see more of that bouffant-haired flat earther we've all grown to love, Cece. Okay, I get it. Cece is annoying, and I've never seen a grown man bitch about not being able to get his daily nitrate meat sandwich.
I have a dream I once will be able to go to my deli and get a cup of coffee and sit down and say, hey, how you doing, buddy? We all have a dream. I'm not allowed to go into a deli anymore. That's what my family said.
But as funny as that is, Cece has gone down a dark path as of late. We have evidence that Cece is into some of the hard stuff.
Oh, by the way, I scored, guys. All right, there's a supermarket. It's up in Portland Manor. All right, small store. Ask for a guy named Joe. All right, he's got the good stuff. He's got the Bounty paper towels. All right, he's got the good stuff when it comes down to the bathroom tissues, the toilet paper. All right, just ask for Joe. All right, tell him CC sent you. He'll hook you up. He'll hook you up big time, man.
He might even be dealing.
Don't tell anyone. Do that, right? You see the prize? I scored big time. Big time here.
Oh, yeah, I can get you the link there, Keith. Or Andres.
You got... Told you, I know where to get the shit. Got it right here. You got the money? You don't trust me? You gonna count it? What the hell is this?
It's not like that.
You're cutting it with Kleenex.
No, All right, there. Stop. There you go. There's the first 2.5 minutes of my episode. So it's coming together quite nicely. A beep-a-da-boopity, a beep-a-da-boppity-boopity. So yeah, I just have to double check, see if there's anything else I missed. I did, my chat screen had locked up there, so I might have missed some of the chats other than, okay, so I see the Princess Bride chat. Yeah, Andreas, are you in my Discord? Because if you're not, this video doesn't have a link on it yet, but there is a link on previous videos that should work. Otherwise, I'm sure somebody can either. There's going to be either way. Pay attention. I don't know how the hell you would tell me otherwise. Then though, if you have Discord somehow, I'm sure if you're on one of the other, I'm a member of like every Discord. So, like, just feel free to contact me on Discord if you're on any of the Discords with any of the other creators, and you'll be able to get a hold of me. You'll see me in the list of people off on the side. I should be attainable. Keith Newton, Canadian polio was a sugar cube. Very nice. Yeah, factoid. Yeah, I like the scream at the end. As he's running away. So that was fun for me. I was, I'm having fun making some of those videos. Let me just jump through these and see if there's anything we missed. I mean, we could for the fun of it watch beepity boopity. Anyways, we could watch Nathan Thompson bug the shit out of some people just as a final to do. I think let's do that.
So the bank's
that is not the right window. Come on, boy. There you go.
Private institution. You can't film in there like the post office. Yesterday, that was awesome. But I just spent a half hour talking to Joe about all truth under the sun, and I know one of these cars out here is Joe's, so I'm gonna leave some flyers for Joe real quick, and everyone else that's got a car. I know one of these cars gots to be Joe. Gots to be Joe.
Oh, thank you very much, Bella. 2 more New Zealand dollars. You're so generous. Everybody's been so generous this stream. I really appreciate it, guys. If you haven't hit like, make sure you hit that like button. Oh, hiccuping, sorry.
Bam.
And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun making the skits. I'm enjoying myself.
Got that one.
If I listen, when I genuinely can't watch my own skit without laughing my ass off, I mean, usually you're your own worst critic. So I'm confident that they're funny. So I'm enjoying it. It's every time I watch that and I have the scream at the end, and it makes me laugh. So.
Huh. Uno mas. Wham bam.
Listen, I'm not done with skits on that episode either. By the way, there's another actually. There's at least one more skit going into it that I've already written down that I'm trying to think. Is it that? Yeah. There's at least one more skit that I'm absolutely putting in this episode, and another skit that involves Red Pill that I may put in this episode, or I could save for its own episode. So we'll just see how long the episode gets and how much content it has, and it might end up in there. But either way, I've been writing them down as they come to me. So Red Pill said some really stupid stuff lately, where he was talking about the it's so simple. I'll find it and he can say it himself. Let's listen to Nathan for a second.
Thank you, ma'am. I know these are the employee cars. In my gut, I can feel it. But just in case I miss Joe's car, I'm gonna get, these could be employee cars over here in the back. Oh, God. That's my passport on the ground. Shit ain't scaring.
When do we get back?
Hey, let's go pick up my passport. It fell on the ground.
Why are you just carrying your You know what? I watched this the first time, and I thought...
Wild.
I thought, why are you just carrying your passport around? Like, who does that? And I'm like, oh yeah, he doesn't have a house. Like, that's his life. He's wearing his house on his back. Like, this right here, this is his shelter. Like, this is like, he did leave his passport at home, guys. I'm pretty sure this is it.
Library's actually given us deep psychological reprogramming in the mind. That noose slowly, and this is something I've been thinking, is that we're not going back to normal after
everybody.
this. We're not going back to normal.
That was loud for me too.
This is the new normal, as Cuomo seems so eager to assert.
He's losing his fucking mind. Just to hear the beaver scream again, I appreciate it, Jackalope. You have no idea. It fills me with joy hearing that beaver scream, honestly. For pretty obvious reasons. There's no beating around the bush on that. He is slowly going crazy, this guy. Like, I swear to God, it's like a week ago he was out on the park bench going, isn't it great somebody's out here getting fresh air? And here he is 1 week later, literally fucking losing it.
Yeah, this is it. This is it. So, yeah. There, that's it. Yeah. You know, I mean, and you know, Trump extending it.
Like, that didn't sound like the rant of a crazy man right there,
30
right?
days to the end of April. I mean, this is causing deep psychological reprogramming.
It's causing deep psychological something in some people anyway.
In the minds of the masses.
Like,
this
calm
is
down.
inflicting a cold, icy knife dagger.
Yes, there it is. Okay. So, did everybody hear that? I'm just gonna back it up. Just right there. Cold, icy knife dagger.
Inflicting a cold, icy knife dagger of terror inside of them. Wow, breaking news, guys.
So, I will let you all in on the secret. If you're here, you're one of the devoteds. And you or you just fucking popped in and you're lucky as hell, I guess. Lucky is a subjective term. So, you may not put the same value into luck as me, you know? And I'm self-deprecating when I say that. And I'm having fun doing it. So, you know what I mean. That said, I have an idea, and it's written down, and it's going to happen because it has to happen, is I'm going to do a shopping network show for ridiculous items. So I don't know if anybody saw my I did put a comment 2 posts ago. I put an image from that skit recently. But if you look one post back on my community page on my actual channel page, you'll actually see where I asked people for ideas for ridiculous items. And, like, I'm really looking for things that are ridiculously synonymy. Like cold, icy knife dagger. Because, like, you see how it's, like, 2 and 2? Cold, icy, knife dagger? So, like, I was thinking, like, I can't remember. Like, I definitely brainstormed a few of them at the time. But, like, we're going to sell, like, just think of the things that you could think of. I mean, I did them at the time, and they're actually harder to do than you think. But, like, just, you know what I mean? Cold, icy knife dagger. You got to think, like peeler of, you know what I mean, of something or other, right? Like, it just all of these ridiculous items. So I want to have no way. Oh yes, tell me more. What else does it do, sir? You know, like, oh my God, the cold icy knife dagger. Holy shit, you want to talk cold? Is it icy? Holy shit, icy. Oh, you got the iciest, coldest knife dagger around right here, okay? Now let me show you how it cuts. Not only does it cut like a knife, but it also can stab like a dagger. Hence the name Cold Icy Knife Dagger. You don't want to give that away too quick. I mean, I made that up on the fly just now. I don't have a script at all. Who can? It's like, okay, it's like the hockey players or stuff when they give them an interview, and it's like they're sitting there like, what do you think about how you played today? I just think we came out there and we gave it all we got, and it turns out that they just wanted it more. They got on top of us and they dominated in the third. We really put it together in the second. We brought it back. We came back 2-2, but the third period, they just had a lot of energy and we had a hard time matching that. But we really pushed the zone, and next time we'll just try to come out with the big W. Sweat pouring down your face. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. It's just like anybody can do it. You just have to fucking say bullshit. It's like being a flat earther. It's like, so how does that work? If Q, then Q, then P, then T. It's like, do you know what that even means? It's words. I assembled them together. I assume it means something. Anyways, I don't know if you guys like my hockey player version example, but that's one of my things I like to do, is make fun of hockey players on interviews. I think they're all the same. They all say the same thing. Yeah, well, we really came hard and we just wanted the big win, and we really pushed it in the third, and we caught up to them, and we just we pulled out the big W. We pushed hard, we entered the zone, and we just tried to stay out of the penalty box. That was a big part of our strategy at this time. See, you can just fucking just take it a different. We won that time, man. I'll just take it a different direction. You got the use of down really well. Well, that's how it works, because they're not actually. They're just like, so what'd you do? Well, we just we just went in there and we worked really hard. we talked about it the second. You know, we were really tired, but we just you know, I'm out of things now. I'm just repeating because let's face it, they don't do 3 interviews in 5 fucking seconds. But you get the idea. And it's not that hard. You just got to practice. They sound like idiots if you listen to them properly. I love hockey players. I'm just saying that they do sound like idiots. If you're listening, hockey players, you sound like idiots. I sound like an idiot while I'm doing it too. I am out of bullshit to look at on this stream. I mean, this is Thrive and Survive. He's always stupid.
Mike likes to point out.
We'll save him for another stream. That's a big onion to unwrap, that one. Man, that chick is so hot under there, probably. And you know what? You're right, Ben D. Maybe it is a guy, but break me off a piece of that. I'm kidding. Honestly, that could be a man, but I don't know a lot of men with a figure like that. And yes, you can do it with a corset. But man, his balls must be slammed right up his ass. Think about that. That's difficult, boy. That would be one hell of a feminine man. I'll tell you that much. So you're right. I am making assumptions, but you know what? It just feels right. Feels like that's a woman for sure. But I really... Like, fuck, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't even want to wear a mask when I go to the store because I feel like an idiot. And this chick just dresses up in the straight up bondage end of world outfit. Like, who has a mask like that? This is the other question, okay? Listen, was this something she had in her attire already? This feels like this is something she owned. I'm going to say she. It's just easier for me, okay? Ben, I'm sorry. I'm stuck in my old ways. I'll boomer it up for this one, okay? So, you know, I just... Listen, if that's not a woman, Ben, then I just don't know what to tell you anymore, okay? That's all I'm saying. Because I have to go and question things. I have to seriously look in the mirror and just really, really dig deep, you know? If that's not a woman, because I'm feeling things here. That's all I'm saying. Just kidding. Just getting gross over here. Okay, that's the sign that the stream has gone too fucking long. I'm just starting to say shit that's stupid. I actually threw something at you, but the camera was too slow to even pick it up. It went right by it, actually, even. Yeah. So if anybody's got any last comments to get in, I'd say, you know, get some last super chats in if you want, but I think that a lot of you have been more than generous. So, you know, don't... I'm probably going to refrain from saying that on the way out. And yeah, just make sure you at me here. I'm going to check the comments here, and we'll, you know, we'll probably start petering our way out. Hold on. Let's get some background music going on. Oh, that's going to be a popular song. I can tell you that much. Oh, yeah, I can hear it. That's a popular one. Yeah, right? You guys love this song. Yes, it is playing. I've gotten better at making sure you guys can actually hear what I'm hearing. No more Brady Beaver Tech Hour. We got this. This is why we're not phoning anybody right now. It would have turned into an hour of us setting up a phone call. Okay? So I love you guys, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I have to. You paid me a bunch of money to do it now, and I pretty much am obligated. And really, for what it takes for me to try to phone Mark Sargent and get that kind of person on my channel, I don't see why there's any negatives to trying to do it. So, yes, I will do it. Crumbly apple crumble. Yeah, like this is what we're talking about here. I like this. Chucky, feel free to drop anything you want on the chat, on the Discord and stuff like that, or even in the community thing. I'm gonna go through those and take a look at them. So when I'm getting some items to sell, you know, on the Shopping Network channel, that's where I'm gonna be looking. Is probably on my community page. My nose is itchy. Ah! You know what? An itchy nose in this world gets you killed. God damn it. It's the worst thing ever, too. You're out in public and you're like... My face is not on fire. I don't need to touch it. Like, it's terrible. Try to get a kid not to touch their face. High five, Billy! Oh, Bill, I knew you were going to drop another one. I knew it somehow. Janie, good to see you. I didn't mention your name much there. But hey, Janie, if you were late to the party, I have mentioned more than once that your name should be on... I am streaming the wrong direction. Your name should be on that. And it isn't yet. So I'll fix that, and I promise. But I have thanked Janie in person or / in text on Discord, and so I'm sure Janie is very aware that I appreciate the patronage. Hand face. Craven Mordic Factored. Hey Factor, we had what was it? We were gonna do like a flat Earth. Okay, so I was in talks with Punchy and Factard to one day. Now we had to get together and brainstorm. We hadn't gotten that far or anything. Of course, we were kind of waiting for spring, I think, for barbecue season and stuff. But the idea was that, and we might still do this, but we gotta wait for social distancing to end now, guys. I have a plan to do, and I think it would be more fun live, actually. I think it would be something where we set the cameras up, and I'll get it all set up, and we can do this live. But the idea is to do a flat Earth puppet show. Bring your kids. No, it's not a kids channel. Don't bring your kids. 13 plus. Kappa. But no, a flat Earth puppet show. So like the idea would be that we're gonna brainstorm a bit of a storyline. We're gonna have a rough script, and I think it's just gonna be one of those no takes, just go things. And I think that'll be funnier anyways, because it'd be, the ridiculousness of 3 grown adults crawling around behind a cardboard stage with a little curtain stuff, doing a little puppet show. And like I want to get we gotta make fun of both the globe earthers and the flat earthers. We're gonna hit all the targets, and we want to nail it all. So and just do like a flat earth review or something like that. And at the end we'll have all our little figurines bow and stuff like that, and we'll come up and it'll be good. It'll be good. It'll be an event. We'll make it something you'd sit down and get popcorn for, right? I mean, I don't know. You guys are freaks like that, right? I mean, you're still here. You have to be. But no, this is 2.5 hours. I think this is a long enough stream. You guys have been really generous. Love you, sweetie, from Frank. Aw, hey, buddy. If you haven't checked off Way Off Topic Radio, I should put a link in the description. There isn't one right now. But if you do go to Google on YouTube and type in Way Off Topic Radio, there should be an image of a cow getting suckled by a man on the... a man being suckled by a cow. He's suckling from a cow. There's a human man suckling from a cow's teat, okay? And that is the banner, and that's kind of the image as well on the thing, and it says censored. Should be pretty obvious. There's not a lot of black and white milk cows on those circles for that kind of name of a channel. So if you do like podcasts and you want to tune in and get... now, we didn't record last weekend. I was feeling a little bagged and stuff, and so we don't record every weekend. But we try to record on Saturdays, possibly Sundays, but sometimes, how life is. But we do podcasting on that channel, and it's with my partner Frank from the... he's also part of the Indie Sports Car Podcast. And we do the Way Off Topic Radio. And all it is really is generally just shooting the shit. There's no specific topic at hand. So sometimes we talk Flat Earth, sometimes we talk... whatever. There's some politics involved a little bit sometimes. We do try to be light on the politics. We know that politics is... Plus, I tend to be very... not very, but I tend to be more left than right. And let's face it, my main channel isn't political. I know politics can chase a lot of people away. So we don't try to get into politics as much. We try to keep it a little bit lighter and fresher and just more kind of like shooting the shit and talking about whatever comes to mind as it comes to mind. It should really be called the ADHD Corner, but we picked the name and it's there. But Way Off Topic Radio, let's face it kind of has the same vibe, right? Same feel. New Jersey are making us wear masks outside. Mine is going to say 1984 on the front. Hey man, you were trying to get a haircut only a couple weeks ago. It's about time you guys are all smart there. I love you, by the way. I just say that be smart. Just it's a good idea. And listen, I'm gonna tell you guys a secret. If you haven't seen it, go check out Thunderfoot. Thunderfoot is thunder, and then foot is F00T. If you type Thunderfoot the regular way, Google will know. YouTube's gonna know. He has been stuck in his place on lockdown, and he's been doing videos daily on coronavirus. Now, if you want to see data, raw data entered in your face, right in front of you, no cuts, and you want to see graphing and different things, he is an extremely intelligent man, and you will be humbled by listening to him, even if you think you're smart. And he did a virus the other day where he talked about the size of and he talked about the size of viruses, and he talked about what they're all not talking about, and is that please stop touching everything. As in, like, try not to touch things. You know, they keep saying wash our hands, but the reality is try not to touch it in the first place. So it's not a terrible idea if you're going to a high traffic area to wear, you know, like gloves. Now, we need to try not to rob latex and nitrile gloves from the working professionals. What would be better is if you could wear a pair of like leather, like driving gloves or something like that. Because let's face it, you're still not touching it. It's not going to like permeate through the glove instantaneously. You just need to protect your hands so you're not getting these things on your hands. If you had a human hair, one virus cell, you could line them up in a conga line and there'd be 1,000 of them wide to take up the width of one hair that you'd have to look at a microscope to be able to measure properly. So they're that small. In fact, they're so small, they're smaller than the wavelength of light, meaning that they need to be looked at through you know, electron microscopes. That's why you can't even use a regular microscope to look at them. So, you know, we're talking about something that is so small. And if you, anyways, all I'm getting at is if you go watch his video, he has a video he just put up just the other day, and it is talking, well, he's put up lots of videos lately, so you'll see it, but he's talking about how much virus it would take based on their size, how small they are, and he literally shaves off, like, some dust on a knife onto a measuring thing, and that's enough virus to hand out 100 for every human on Earth. He was holding a block of carbon this big as an example piece. He said if this carbon were virus molecules, he said this is enough virus to kill the Earth like it was like 100 times. It was like, you know, like to give everybody on Earth the virus like 100 times. So all I'm trying to build at here, and all he tries to build at, and if you go watch it, he does a much better job of it than I'm doing, is he explains how infinitesimally small these things are and how it's really hard to not get it if you are touching things. Bottom line. He takes his finger on a microscope. He shows you how clean it is. It's already kind of dirty. He just touches the carbon dust, which is 10 times larger the molecules than because you can see them. And so each one's a matrix of 100 molecules, 10 by 10, like a 10 by 10 matrix. So he said he looks under the microscope at his pinky and shows you how dirty they are. Then he washes his hand with water, or he does the rub thing first, shows you how dirty his hand is under the microscope. Then he washes it with water, shows you how dirty his finger is, and then he scrubs it with soap and water and shows you how dirty his finger is. But guess what? He never gets rid of 100% of the carbon molecules off his finger. And he says if you can see them, they're 10 times bigger, 10 by 10 matrix, 100 viruses stuffed in that little spot. If you could see it with your eyes, it would be a cluster of viruses that big. And so, and the last point I'm going to make, he makes, and again, go watch him, he'll do a way better job. Carbon doesn't have a biological need to stick to you. Viruses do. So the reality is that while you're touching shit, how small is it? The reality is that while you're touching stuff, this thing actually wants to stay stuck to you. So while carbon doesn't have any, you know, you wash it off and it just drifts away, the virus really wants to stay there because it's waiting for you to stick your finger in your nose or stick your finger in your mouth or stick your finger in your eyes or ears. It wants to get in there. And once it gets in there, that's it. It's in there. You just need one. You just need one of those bitches. So, anyways, he does, like I said, he does a way better job. I think that you could gain a lot of information by listening to Thunderfoot and going and watching his videos. He's been doing a lot of live graphing day by day, going over the numbers. And honestly, I think a lot of people are humbled when they listen to him. He's one of the smartest independent scientists you can probably get on the planet. I mean, maybe I'm wrong about that. I mean, let's put it this way. He has a really good knack for explaining it in a way that is digestible to people that are not scientists or experts in the same fields as him. He has a really good way of delivering it with, you know, things like holding a carbon block up and saying, what if this was virus particles? And he has a really good way of just breaking it down and just cutting the bullshit out. And he typically does Kickstarters and stuff. So that's his big thing, debunking Kickstarters. But anyways, I am going to very quickly drift out at this point. It's so safe to stick your finger up your nose. I know. You look at your fingers in a completely different light now. It's kind of crazy. But honestly, as usual, good luck out there. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. Bella, I may be on COD tonight. If you don't see me on COD tonight, then maybe we'll hit it up tomorrow. So I do have a couple of things I got to do. Plus, I got to make a phone call. My parents had called me there. They don't typically call me that late, so I wanted to phone them back, I guess, so just in case. Anyways, other than that, yeah, thank you everybody for coming. I really appreciate the donations. You guys are just unbelievable tonight. Yeah, it was really just kind of hard to believe. Let me just look at the, make sure I didn't miss anything. Bella. Yeah, just to hear the beaver scream again. Okay. Yeah, I got the Oz down. My hockey guy, my hockey person. It's perfect impression of a hockey player. We did well on the P. We did well on the P. Remember to look up Radical's video about Nathan Thompson. Oh, you know what? Okay, yes, Chucky Nubbin, I'll look at it. I will. And you know what? We're not gonna play it right now because the stream's been long enough at this point. But you can try calling me. You know what, Craven? We'll do that. That'll work. I'll set it up. I know you're always on the Discord there. I can get a hold of you, and then that'll be perfect. We can test it that way because and then we can see that it works. Because I believe I did call. I don't know. I don't know who I called, but I think I called somebody anyways. At the very least, I made it work. I think I called Vlad. That's who it was. Vlad was insisting I phone him. And I was like, I'm not going to phone you with my phone. And it was like, fuck, I finally figured it out and managed to phone him on the computer. So, no, that's who it was. It was Vlad. There is a way to do it. Okay, New Jersey making us wear masks. I'm just messing around. Oh, yeah, no, I know. Frank, I love you, buddy. We're both essential employees just trying to have a good laugh. Well, of course. He gets so concerned like I hate him. Okay, I'm just checking the comments, and all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Did I lose my music? What did I do with the music? That is not... Oh, I see. It just kind of... Here, we'll start there. Okay, so, on that note... Jump forward. Oh, yeah, it's a long stream. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. Hockey player says I like soup. Hockey player say I like soup. That's funny. Fizzy carbonated drink. I think somebody, yeah, you said that, didn't you? Didn't you write that one down in the comments? Yeah. It's like fizzy carbonated. It's like fizzy carbonated liquidy beverage or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like that's what we're talking about. We got a synonyms. Got a double and double. It just sounds so ridiculous when you do it like that. The icy cold knife blade. Cold icy knife blade? Either way, it doesn't matter. Let me know. I'm usually on. I may be teaching homeschool, so we can figure. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll get it sorted out within the next week here. We'll get it sorted out. I'll make it happen because I owe these people. I owe these people a Mark Sargent phone call. That's loud. All right. Okay, well, let me get back to the right screen here so I can probably say goodbye to everybody in case anybody's saying my name. Say my name, say my name. All right. Okay, well, no, thank you very much. I'll bow out as quick as I can. 63 of you people are still here, and you're being as kind as hell to be here. I really appreciate it. I'll try to generate some more stupid for next time. I managed to weave what little stupid I had for today into some gold. D-Marble went live on us, and that helped a little bit. So, I do my best. Some weeks are better than others, But I did hear that Nathan is breaking his bond right now because he is out on bond, which he said isn't bail, but it is because we looked it up, and that's bail. And he's out of state. And you're not allowed to be out of state out on bond or assurance or grievance or whatever the fuck he wanted to call it. It was bail. So technically he's already broken his bail. And it didn't sound like he was keen on going back. The gift that keeps on giving. What can I say? Flat Cruise video. That'd be funny. Yeah, I got your message, Andreas. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, and listen, if you guys have me on Discord, I'm not unattainable. Send me a message. Sometimes I miss them, and it does happen. I get messages, and they can get pushed down, and I apologize if that happens. But don't think I'm not. You can't talk to me. I'm there on the Discord all the time. It shows us a way. That kind of helps me because it doesn't show me always popping online and away. So just generally assume I may be there. Send me a message. If I'm there, I'll talk to you. If I'm not, then I won't. You know how it goes. But don't be a stranger. Please, everybody, feel free to come by and chat with me. I will laugh if that is his mom's number. Oh my God. Can you imagine? Marky, the phone's for you. Holy shit. Stop making me feel bad for not calling. Now I want to call more than ever. God damn it. Okay, we got to set this up. Okay, we're going to set this up for the next round, okay? But thank you for coming, everybody. I'm going to give you some Screaming Beaver before I keep talking, and we're going to end it like that. Thank you very much. Screaming Beaver, this beaver is out. Thank you. I love you guys. Thanks for coming. Thanks for hitting like, watching. If you haven't hit like yet, please do. And just thanks for being awesome, guys. And stay safe. Please try not to touch things. Just you know, even things like your knuckles, you know? The pin code thing with your knuckle. It's better than your finger, because the next place your finger might go is here. Still not great on your knuckle, but you know what I mean. Anyways, have a good night, everybody. See you guys later.